wheel, tie straight as a rail. Read the stats, cause the laps never tips the scale. Bubba's got the draw that twang like a banjo string. He's the heart of the crew, makes the red dirt sing. On B.A.C. casting and drafting, tune in for the show where the engines roar and the beer cans flow. Talking banter, swapping stories under the southern sky. Racing's the reason, but we're here for the ride. Hey! Call and stay steady like a car hugging the line. He's cool under pressure, every word refined. Jared Beer's got a laugh and a drink in his hand. He's a wild card joker, the voice of the fans. 4 men, 1 channel, a race day parade, turning asphalt and cold cans into memories made. On B.A.C. casting and drafting, tune in for the show where the engines roar and the beer cans flow. Talking banter, swapping stories under the southern sky. Racing's the reason, but we're here for the ride. It's more than just NASCAR, it's a way to unwind. Cheering loud, feeling proud, leaving worries behind. From the first green flag to the last checkered wave, it's a soundtrack of a good time, the anthem of our day. Wait!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to B.A.C. Casting and Drafting, your weekly home for league racing, cold beer, and hotter takes. My name's Bubba. We've also got Andy. We got Jared in the booth tonight. And if you're sober, you're watching the wrong daggum stream. We're broadcasting live with B.A.C. levels of probably illegal. And we're ready to side draft past politics, pace cars, and your aunt's Facebook rants. Live from Indianapolis Speedway. Let's drop this thing to the green and chug this thing to the end, baby.
Yes,
Andy,
sir.
Jared,
What's up?
Hell yeah.
what's up, boys?
Not much.
What is going on? Another beautiful Monday out here. Raining, cold, good day for some iRacing.
Yeah, we got a
Yes, sir.
storm out here on the coast right now. It's been a crappy couple of days with the weather, but I'm ready to watch some cars go left and fast, buddy. It's about that time for Side Draft Racing League, as we're going to be rounding out the regular season at Indy with a good battle for some points out there tonight. A few guys on the outside looking in, trying to scrape their way into the playoffs. So I think we're going to see a little bit of a thriller, something like we haven't seen before so far in this league yet.
Yeah, I think so. And I think if they've been slowly getting cleaner and cleaner as the season has gone on. We've heard Tyler Smith, comment on it a couple times in his interviews and stuff like that. And these drivers have definitely, gotten used to each other and have gotten a lot cleaner as the races go on. And it's going to be exciting to watch and see if it stays clean and when the gloves do come off. Here's side draft, baby.
Yeah, buddy. I mean, it's gonna be exciting for the first part. We're gonna have a good strap mix of fuel and a few other things. Tires is gonna be pretty big, but clean air is also gonna be the story tonight. Who's gonna be the person to put the car on pole and get the clean air at the beginning? The restarts are gonna matter a lot. So I think first of all, clean air is a big deal, but I mean, the other thing too is gonna be these restarts in order to get out front, maintain the lead. Because once you're out there, it's hard to get by.
Yeah, and this being the last regular season race, I expect some hard racing here. I expect to see some cars definitely try to make their way into these playoffs. Some long
Hmm.
shots. Earlier in the season, I remember HOR, Halo's team, saying that they were really good at Indianapolis, and I think they unfortunately got turned at some point in the track, so I expect to see them put on a show tonight.
Yeah, I think Indy breeds a lot of hard racing, but it also has to, develop a lot of strategy as well to put yourself in a position to keep the lead. We got someone in the comments calling out Keith gonna get the W tonight. I think Keith looks good this week. What I've seen out of him in practice and the race and everything, but I mean we'll see. There's gonna be a few Hail Mary strategy calls, I think for sure. We saw one out of Tyler Smith last night that actually worked pretty well. He did a two-tire stop and got the lead and was able to keep a few guys back in the practice race. So I think a lot of guys learned from that. So I think we'll see a big mix-up at the front of the field for different types of strat calls and everything. So it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited. I can't wait. It seems like they're already starting to qualify, and let's see how we're looking out here.
Yeah, we can take a look at the good old qualifying as a few guys are getting ready. Who's out there already? Nolan, Halo, everybody's on the track. Orf's out there. He needs to have a big night tonight. This is do or die for Orf for next season, so hopefully he can, go after it.
And I think you talk about bold strategies. We've talked about his teammates. Brian in the booth last week. I think he said Halo's always keeping up some strategies. So let's see if that plays a part in tonight's race. Hopefully he can get it done. Get some help from his teammate, young Buck Bryce.
Dude, Young Buck's
Also
quick
next.
right now. He just went to the top of the timesheet. Bryce is looking really good, but now Keith is up there. Keith ran a 51.6. Bryce had a 51.7 his first lap, so Keith looking really good. He's got a different paint scheme tonight as well. Just kind of keeping an eye on who's in the top 5, but Keith set a pretty good burner. Dude, I can't see him. Where's the car?
The old camo and
Where's the car,
Hunter
buddy?
Orange, baby.
Where's that car at? Keith's flying. He's got it on rails again. He's going to want to come back week after Iowa. That really hurt. Keith kind of got cycled out of the front and then had some incidents at Iowa last week when he was one of the best cars early in the race. So I think Keith is going to want this one pretty bad.
I just want whoever actually came out with a spooky car to win.
Ooh.
For those you don't
Bryce,
know, it is
I think
spooky
you-
season. I did ask for some drivers to throw out some Halloween-themed cars, and we've got Bryce, we got Halo,
We got a couple.
couple of different. Yeah.
Hey, you can technically count.
Matthews just wrecked. He tagged the wall off a 4. The Reese's Pieces machine is in pieces.
It's also hunting season. Keith's scheme is in season. All right.
All right, fair enough.
I think it fits both, dude. He's kind of got the fall-esque paint scheme going on. Terry Vincent, classic ride the Dente Chevrolet. He's finishing up his first lap right now. We'll see where that puts him. I don't know.
Yeah, and he's staying true to
pretty
his
good.
word. He said, the one time he didn't rock the Chili's car, he didn't finish the race. So he said, I'm going back to the Al Dente, ride the Dente. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
He ain't coming out of the thing the rest of the season. Till he's got that trophy on his racing desk.
Yeah, it's about that time. It's about that time to get ready to rock and roll here.
Halo's just getting some extra laps in, I see. I mean, hey, more time on the track. Not the first time he's done this.
Yes, sir. Got a couple seconds before we get ready to roll. Get towards the end of qualifying here. Not many drivers left out there. I think they're all about finished up. Brian Matthews, I think, is taking a second attempt at it, but I don't know if his lap's going to count or not. Plus, the timer here is going to be pretty close on time for Brian.
Yeah, I think he's out of luck.
Yeah, you only get 5 minutes to qualify, so stage 1 tonight, 25 laps. Keith Fallon's going to be the pole sitter. Pretty good starting spot for Keith.
So we did get some insight, Andy, while you were muted getting the stream set up. If there is a caution within 5 laps to go of a stage, it
They're
is
gonna call
going
it.
to be called the stage. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
good to know. Well, it's Side Draft Racing League time, folks. You know what that means.
Buddy.
It's time for our annual startup for the ignition from B.A.C. casting and drafting. It's one of my favorite parts of the week, and we get to talk about the grid. Starting on pole, the number 40 Hollywood Performance Ford, that is Keith Fallon. To his outside of row number 1, you've got the number 1 Chili's Ride the Dente Chevrolet, that is Terry Vincent. Starting in third, you've got Ryan McClurg. Outside to him is the youngster, the number 21, that is Bryce Keegan. Starting in fifth, you've got the number 6 Florida State University Bucket Boy, that's Bailey Brannon. Starting to his outside, it's number 16, Nolan McClurg. Starting in 7th, the 31 of Michael Prince. Starting to his outside in row number 4, the number 23 Alani Highline Racing Toyota, that is Tyler Smith. Starting in 9th, the 89, that is Dennis Orff. And starting in the 10th spot, the number 12 Hollywood Performance Ford of Jamin Bernhardt.
Coming in at 11th is the 57 car of Austin Norris. Outside of him in 12th is the 9 car of Chris Mackey running the Chop House Restorations team. Coming in at 13th is the 35 car of Ryan Castleberry. And coming in 14th, we have the 18 car of Danny Jackson running that pink red.
Then we got Stephen Blevins in the 51 machine in 15th. Then we got Travion Jake outside of him. Drake, sorry, not Jake. With the 16th spot. And then Brian Matthews, we think, hit a wall on qualifying, starting at 17th. And then Austin Guerrero starting in the back in 18th. But those boys will work their way to the front, I'm sure. We are rolling.
All right, folks, that's going to be the starting grid here for Side Draft Racing League as we get ready to roll for the regular season finale at Indianapolis. It's going to be a good day. We're going to have a good race. We'll see what these drivers have got as they get ready to tame all 4 corners. That is the Brickyard here at Indianapolis, one of the most historic grounds in all of racing. Hosts a lot of great races, hosts the Indianapolis 500 as well as the Brickyard 400, very famous race that happens here in Indy every single year.
You guys think after 100 laps here at Indy that anybody's going to be thirsty for some milk after sweating in that car, losing thousands of calories?
Dude, I don't know if anybody's going to drink some milk tonight. I would love to see that.
I'll drink some milk up here in the booth because I love milk. Whole milk, to be exact. I will drink a gallon in a hurry.
He needs some milk.
Calcium, some strong bones, you know.
I don't know how those drivers do that. That's probably why they just pour it all over their face, because they're like, the last thing I can think about right now is drinking a liter of milk.
Well, I bet you if I ever got that opportunity, dude, I'd chug the whole thing.
Well, tonight these drivers, they're going to battle at the Brickyard. 1 playoff spot remains. Can a previous winner prevail and crown themselves as the regular season champion, or is an outsider going to spoil it for the Bucket Boy right there on the cut line? Get ready to grip it, rip it, and sip it. The pace car is off, and we're going to be going green for Side Draft Racing League. It's the Cornerstone Aesthetics 250 at the Brickyard.
Boom, dude. Andy with the freaking stunner.
We got to start getting some celebrities in here to do the Gentlemen Start Your Engines.
Here we go, turn number 1. Everybody gets it away clean. They're side by side as they make their way into the second corner. Let's get them roaring.
Made it work on the outside right there. Turn number 3.
Yeah, I wouldn't be trying to push it too much too early because, those tires coming around these turns, especially turn 3 and 4, it's real easy to get loose.
Terry Vincent Vincent. He took control early. It's Vincent, Fallon, Keegan, 1, 2, 3. Across the line for lap number 1 for Side Draft Racing League at the Brickyard. Vincent's looking really good. We'll see if he can keep that car all the way down that inside line. It's going to be tricky, though.
Yeah, he got her down. Lingering beside, behind him. Up there. Tyler Smith closing on him. Kind of like you said, pre-race, that his 30 years. Definitely hard to pass. Takes one mistake for somebody like Bailey Brennan missing entry in the corner, and Michael Prince taking advantage of it. So
Bailey's already down 3, Orr's down 2. Everybody else, Ryan McClurg's also down 2 spots in their starting grid. So a lot of people just trying to figure the car out and figure out the pack.
Smacky, I believe, is the biggest mover right now, +3 from his starting grid.
Again, not a great qualifying spot for the number 9. Back there in 9th, trying to make up a little bit of ground on the racetrack. He's in some traffic. You can see there's not much going on. Dennisor, pretty far in the back. We're going to get to Ryan Castleberry. He's going to get challenged by the 57. That's Austin Norris to his outside. One of the only battles I'm really seeing right now on the racetrack is in the back, as everybody else is single file out front. Vincent's doing a good job maintaining the pace.
Yeah, everybody's single file, man. I would not have had that in my bingo card. You know, I guess it is a long race, but the fact that this is do or die for half of these, drivers, I would expect a little more aggressive driving coming soon.
Getting tires under them, getting the feel for it.
Yep.
I think if it stays like this, green flag stops are definitely going to take part.
I think we're going to see green flags for a majority of tonight. The only time we're going to see trouble is going to be on the late restarts, especially for stage number 3. I think strategy is going to be the key factor in deciding who can get track position on this race. Right now, Terry Vincent, he's doing a good job maintaining the lead, but the guy in second, Keith Fallon, and all that dirty air, I think he's just going to stay off of Terry, so that way he doesn't slide up the racetrack. It's very easy to do that when there's a car in front of you. So Keith is just staying in line and waiting it out.
Yeah, I think another just late in a run, if we stay green, for a long time, tries to push your car into a corner too soon or too early, so that will tires may become an issue at that point. But great clean so far. I see Ryan Castleberry kind of getting the wall right there. There's Austin Norris and Dane Jackson, Brian Matthews going around him.
Oh yeah, there's a little bit of a group there in the back that's starting to struggle.
It looks like Ryan had a bad at turn 4 and just had to let off the throttle and let that whole group go by him pretty much.
It's Brian Matthews up 3 spots. Chris Mackey's still up 3 spots in the 9th spot. Danny Jackson worked his way up a spot. Jamie just kind of hung around the 10th. That's good.
Yeah, I think if you're already locked into the playoffs, you're pretty happy that you're just single file, just cruising, taking a little stroll around this track. But man, they've got to start doing something here, or else, if you're in this backpack, some of these drivers, everything is on the line, and you're just okay with sitting 15th. I'd be a little mad if I was the crew chief for that driver.
I'd be okay for now. I think it's going to be later where we're going to see the desperation start to going out the window. So we'll see what they can muster up late in the race with some strategy calls and track position, etc.
Seen Chris Mackey overtake Bailey Brennan, the Buckeye boy.
Yeah, Mackey's starting to move forward.
That has
He's got
got
a little
4 spots on him on his day so far. So.
Michael Smith, he's all over the back of Tyler Smith. See if Prince can make a dive.
Well, I know from last night he will do it.
This may be deja vu of Pocono, but you know, I can see how this one's gonna go.
Yeah, they're both playoff drivers. Michael Prince, he's got the most wins out of anybody on the season. So Terry Vincent is a little bit outside of the window for regular season points champion, but if he can maximize his stage points, he'll put his name a little bit closer to the conversation. But the 3 cars we're going to be looking at is Keith Fallon, Michael Prince, and I don't see Daniel Miglin in this race, so that's going to forfeit his ability to be the regular season champ. So it's just going to be Keith and Michael Prince to watch for tonight.
Yep, Miglin said he was unable to attend. Luckily, next week is a little bye week for us, and he would not have been able to make that one either. But since he doesn't
Issue
bye
for
week,
Ryan Castleberry. Castleberry's slow on the apron. Looks like his car might have got tight. We'll see what happened to Ryan. Take a little rewind here. Ryan Castleberry, oh no, he got loose off the corner. His car hit the wall in the middle of 3 and 4. Got loose in the chute. Got the car back under him, but not looking good. Bad start for Castleberry.
A little rear end damage, maybe.
yeah, I
Off or
think
down, just get off track.
it's still early in the race. I think I go on and you know, I take the 2-minute repairs, whatever it may be.
Yeah, I just did in 3 flag stops for the first caution we had. Just, like you said, just chip it away and see how fast go.
Yes, sir.
He is coming into the pits, though. I'm going to get a quick pull up now.
Dude, Terry's looking scary up front, but Mike Keith Fallon starting to chip away at his lead a little bit. I think Keith might just be patiently waiting it out before he makes his move, as he's got the gap now within a quarter second of Terry.
Yep, and it was just 2 to 3 laps ago. That was a 0.5 second gap, so he is closing on it quickly.
It's closing down. He's moving to third. He was pretty close to Bryce. Maybe Bryce stepped it up a little bit right there. I thought Nolan was pulling away from Ryan, trying to catch Bryce, but maybe Bryce noticed that Keith was stepping up a little bit. And,
I'd say the youngsters picked up the pace, but now that Keith's closer to Terry, it gave him a little bit more clean air in the corners, and then he's going to get a bigger pull down the straightaways from the 2 cars being close like that. So Bryce had a little wiggle there off the 2. Barely saw it, but I think he'll be all right. Nolan and Ryan, they're running 4th and 5th. Probably just working together for strategy.
That's really behind him. We got Tyler and Michael Prince. Michael Prince kind of backed off Tyler.
The thing is with the McLarens is Nolan needs to win to guarantee himself a playoff spot tonight. So the 16 is a position where it's basically win or go home come playoff time. So this is it for the number 16 machine. They're running 4th and 5th. They swap positions, but now Tyler Smith, he's gained a little bit of ground to those 2 cars. He's been able to hold off Michael Prince, and now he's on the attack. They make their way down the back straightaway.
Then we got Chris Mackey, Bryce, Bailey Brennan. So that's it to Michael Prince as well.
Ooh, Michael Prince.
Bailey.
Making a little look there on the inside of the 23. Tyler Smith looks like he got a little tight, center off, and Michael Prince said thank you very much. Took that spot away, but Tyler Smith's going to be able to draft up to the back of Nolan McClure down the straightaway, maybe clear him. He does. He's going to switch back to the inside now to defend. You got a 3-car battle now for the 5 spot. Smith going to the inside of Nolan. See what Tyler Smith can do. Michael Prince is going to let these two kind of settle it out. He knows he's got a fast race car, but just going to have to wait for these two to either make a mistake or want to get by the other before he can make his move.
Yeah, what's the term for when two cars are in two separate lanes and they're just blocking off the whole freaking highway from going any faster? They're just pacing each other? That's pretty much what it seems like.
McClurg tapped the wall really hard in the corner, and we've got green flag pit stops now.
Yep.
As you see both McClurgs bring it to pit road. Terry Vincent, he's maintained the lead. Jamin Bernhardt followed him in. I don't know if Nolan sped there on pit road or not. He tagged the wall and took a pretty hard entry, so we'll see if he gets the black flag. He does not. Ryan Castleberry still showing him on pit road. He's a lot of laps down. I think Castleberry's day just might be down and out. Austin Norris showing him, looks like a lap down as well. He's in 16th. Pretty well off the pace. And this is a do or die race. Austin Norris needed to have a good night, so we'll see what's going on with the 57. We'll see if we get any more takers here for pit strategy.
Comes Keith.
Let's see what Keith does. We'll see if he takes any tires or if he's going to gas and go through the stage.
It's going to move Bryce Keegan up to second. Bryce has really good pace. He's maintained third on this run. Bryce looking pretty good.
Yeah, and Bryce is pretty much all but locked in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's almost locked in. As long as he doesn't crash out of this race, Bryce is going to make it in on points. Otherwise, he'll be the new cut line driver, but he's so far above that cut line spot that Bryce is, I would say, safe to call advanced in round one.
Yeah, so I think if I'm Bryce, regardless of what your strategy was, if you're sitting P2 and you want some free 9 stage points or potentially a stage win, I think you got to just gas and go and try to keep it out front of everybody.
Looking at the gap from Keegan to Terry Vincent, and Bryce is chipping away at Terry pretty good here. Started at like 1.9, and he's got it down a couple of tenths the first lap. Now that he's got that clean air between him and Terry, Bryce is able to push a little bit.
So for those at home wondering what Keith Fallon's strategy was, it was just 2 rights that was taken and gas. He is back out on the track.
A little bit of added grip there with the right side tires, but you know, 15 laps into the run, they should be around 93% for your overall tire life. So not a terrible strategy.
Yeah, it just makes you wonder if he was, really pushing that car. If he's taking tires, I mean, was he trying to push his car to the limit just to keep up with Terry? Because if Terry's able to keep that speed and keep it without taking any tires, you got to wonder what magic is he doing that's making his car so much faster than everybody else's, and the tire wear down.
See what his strategy is.
Terry Vincent, Bryce, and Keith all stretched away pretty good from Tyler Smith. We've got a 3-car battle back here. Looks like Keith exited pit road ahead of the McClurgs. We'll see where Bryce Keegan comes out. Bryce still on pit road. Might be doing a full service stop. So you can see Keith Fallon, he's in 9th. He's stretching his legs with a little bit of clean air as he makes his way down the front stretch. Bryce on the apron. We're going to have a battle off pit road here between Bryce and Keith. Looks like Keith's going to get him. It's going to be close, though, for Bryce. He's going to try and get ahead of Keith Fallon off of pit road. Don't know if he could do it. Keith's going to get him. But the McClurgs right behind, as well as Michael Prince. He's behind both of them.
Terry Vincent, Chris Mackey, fourth is in. Halo.
This might be a good little battle here between both McClurgs against this Intimidator car as Nolan gets tight on the entrance there. Turn number 3, slides up the racetrack. Michael Prince looking in between both of them, trying to find a hole as they make their way down the front stretch. Michael Prince is trying to get by. They're working together to defend, though. Michael Prince having a very difficult time to get by them both. Chris Mackey's now cycling off of pit road down there on the apron. Looks like he's going to file in behind this 3-car battle. It's going to be close.
So Andy, I'm going to ask you a question here because I've never seen it, and I just don't know if it was a game mechanic or if it was a fast repair that was used. There was like almost like a slight color change, like on like the glossiness of the front of Bryce Keegan's car. That was just sudden, instant when he got to the pit box.
Yeah.
Would that indicate that he accidentally used his fast repair, or?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's anything too significant.
Okay, I'm wondering because, man, I sure hope that wasn't the case because he had no damage, but it fixed something. It looked like. So hopefully,
yeah.
Hopefully he still has that in his pocket.
I think it should be okay for now.
Stephen Blevins is that's the cycle. That's the green flag cycle.
Tyler Smith cycles ahead of this 4-car battle, and that's going to leave Terry Vincent after his pit stop. He's second. Blevins on pit road. He's about to pass him for the lead. Keith Fallon making his way off of turn 4 with Bryce Keegan in what's about to be third behind Keith. Bryce is looking to have a good points day. 6 to go in stage number 1.
Yeah, this is a lot closer to Fallon than Fallon is to Vincent, so we'll see what goes on here in these last 5 laps. We are at the point now where if there is a caution, it is the stage.
Copy that. The only people that are really deep up there is Tyler Smith's kind of ahead of Nolan. Chris Mackey's in between the thirds. Michael Prince is behind them. Bernhardt's a little bit behind them as well. Got Danny Jackson and Bucket Boy David Brennan.
16 is struggling for grip.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that the 16 did not take tires.
I think it's just dirty air. I think his car is really unstable in all this dirty air. He's having a tough time getting into corner. You can see he's a lot higher on the racetrack in the center of the corner against the 9. Now he's going to look up his inside as they make their way into turn number 3. Go towards the chute to turn 4. Let's see who gets it. Mackey made that look pretty easy.
And we know that Nolan McClurg is not a new driver by any means. This is more of a reference to people watching at home and people like myself who drive, who are not very good at this track. That higher line is, safer to run. It's just going to be considerably slower. But for newer drivers, that is the line that they prefer versus trying to get that car all the way down there where you're going to get all your speed with all your,
16 is looking to make the switchback move on the 9. He gets it done in the turn number 1. They're going to go through the chute towards turn 2. 9's going to cross him back up on the bottom.
To the number 42, has carved up to the 11. Great lap car in the backstretch there.
That was a fun little battle there with Nolan and Chris Mackey.
It's not done yet. I think we're just seeing it get started. We still got 4 more laps to go. Jamin, he's back there in 9th behind this string of cars, and I think Jamin's just watching. Just like, you know what? Do I need to get up in there and risk everything, or can I just hang out back here and maybe wait for these guys to make a mistake and get some track position out of it? I think Jamin's
And I tell you what, Chris Mackey now, he's got the other McClurg in his rear view mirror. It's Ryan behind him with a fast car as well.
I'll say he's going from attack mode to defense mode. The driver behind the wheel, the 69, trying to help his teammate, the 16 out.
Yep.
Trying to help him maximize as many points as possible.
Yeah, and you always want to be with your teammate. You don't want to be left out, You see like, oh, look at how much fun he's having up there. I want to be up there.
Yeah, Tyler Smith, though, he's in 4th, and he's caught a little bit of lap traffic. That looks like Travion Drake just ahead of him in that HCE Jordan car, and him being a lap down, it's going to give Tyler Smith some dirty air with 2 to go here in the stage, and this battle behind him is going to get a little bit of that draft down the back straightaway if Smith can't make it work with Travion Drake. But when we go to the stage, it might be trouble for Travion if he gets caught up in this mass of cars behind him. I would just let them all go by. I'd just stay at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because the stage. Yeah, stage is coming. It's not really gaining much.
Michael Prince is looking to try and get around that yellow and black machine, trying to make a move potentially. I think he's got one of the biggest runs. And there it is. Number 11. That's Travion Drake. Got to get out of the way. Here they come, dude.
Oh, man.
Look out, Travion. They're coming.
He's only got 2 more turns to go before they're throwing the flag anyway, so just stay alive.
Oh, Mackey got really tight in the center of that corner. Terry Vincent, yellow flag is out. He's going to win the stage. He can't turn away from this battle. Is Chris Mackey's going to get a challenge? Maybe. No. They're going to keep it civil for now. But Terry Vincent, Matt Chili's machine, did a fantastic job in stage number 1. Get out front, dominate.
Riding the Dente, baby.
Led 22 laps in that first stage. Made it look easy.
Sir. I think from the very first lap, I think he took it on the outside lane, got Keith on the very first lap, and never looked back from there.
Big loser in that stage, going down 5 spots from where he started is the Bucket Boy. Ended up 10 with only 1 point.
Oh, no.
Another car that we got to check in on is P12, the 57 of Austin Norris. He's a driver that needs to have a really good day. He started this 11th, now he's down to 12th. So Norris needs to get something figured out. But when I see the 18 and the 57 and the 51 middle of the back of the pack at the end of the stage, I know they've got something cooked up for stage 2. They've had some bold strategy calls the last few weeks, and it's given them some good chances to get some W's in these races.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to be up front come the end, guaranteed.
Yeah,
Well,
we've seen in the tournament.
Since
Ever since the tournament, they've kept it up.
I think it's time for a good old Juicy Spider commercial. We've got a new one to air this week. We'll go ahead and check it out since we've got a minute before this pit stop.
Heck yeah, dude.
Here we go.
Roll it.
Again, that's Juicy Spider Graphics Studio for your graphics design needs. You can find them at Juicy Spider Network on YouTube. Here we go. Cars are on pit road. Terry Vincent leads them. He's going to go into that number 2 pit stall. Keith Fallon ahead of him now in the number 1 pit stall. Let's see who wins the race off of pit road.
With that commercial, I liked the little nod to Texas Motor
Nolan,
Speedway too. I saw that out there.
Yeah,
Nolan,
that
Ryan,
was wicked. Bold
Two-tire
strategy from
stop.
the McClurgs. What's up, AJ Miller from Australia? Thanks for checking us out tonight.
Oh, man, the man
How did the
Nolan.
McClurgs get out there? Did they just take 2?
I think 2, brother. I think 2.
Yeah,
Well, you know
that's
what-
it.
You know what we got to do?
We got to get Scary Terry up here.
Dial up that stage number 1 winner. Let's get him in the booth.
Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Hey there, y'all.
What's up,
Hello,
Terry?
buddy.
Making it look easy, buddy.
Yeah, only would have been better if I didn't hit the wall first quality lap.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's all right.
that's why you didn't get
Happens.
pole.
Happens to the best of us. you
Was
know?
it hitting the wall? Still ran a 51.4.
Man.
That's pretty good. Pretty dang
So,
good.
So-
made the outside lane work on their lap 1 and got the pass done on Keith. So
Yeah.
You're in a
never looked
position
back after that.
on this next restart. You got 2 cars that did a different strategy on pit road. They're going to be giving you some dirty air blocking ahead of you. Think you can get around them and get another stage win in here in stage number 2, buddy?
Might take a lap or 2 to get around them, but I think I can.
Well,
Boy,
Good luck
that's the
to
Terry
you.
mentality.
I know you're in the running for the regular season championship. I know I counted you out because you weren't exactly within 10 points, but the stage win's going to help you close the gap a little bit to Keith, but he was still right there with you, so you're going to have to find a way to get a points advantage on Keith. Hopefully you can do that and maybe get a
Yeah.
regular season championship done tonight.
I hope.
Yeah. So my question to you is that you are, still trying to fight for that championship trophy for the regular season, but there are also a bunch of drivers that are, going to be fighting for their life to make the playoffs. With you running almost a second faster than anybody on the field, I mean, do they actually have a shot, or are you just going to run away with this one?
Anything can happen, I'll just say that.
All right, Bubba, you got anything?
No, sir. Good
All
luck
right,
out there in
Terry.
Stage 2, Terry, and hopefully we talk to you again, brother, and you'll get some stage points and get you another dub while you're at it.
I'll try my best.
Don't
Good
watch
luck,
you
Terry.
another one, Terry.
Go get
All
it.
right, take it easy. Man, he's
Terry
always
Vincent,
so
ladies and
cool.
gentlemen.
So
He's
cool, calm, and
so-
collected.
I know, he's so relaxed behind the
I
wheel
love
of
me-
the race car. Like,
I love me some
he's
Terry.
he's just expecting it, He just gets in the
Yeah.
car and he's like, "This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be here and racing against these guys and taking my time to go make it look easy." And he does it week in, week out. I feel like we have an interview with Terry almost every race. He's so good. But someone we did talk to in a lot of stages is Tyler Smith. We haven't heard from him yet tonight, but we heard from him a lot last week in Iowa based off of his ability to get track position on strategy. Moved himself up a little bit. He's up a couple positions where he qualified. We'll see if he can get something done in stage number 2, and maybe we'll hear from Tyler Smith. I think he'll be a driver to watch as he went forward a little bit in stage 1.
Yeah, in all reality, he's sitting 6th right now, but he was 4th at the end of that stage where he was hovering around because he was, pretty well ahead of the Nolan McClurg father-son duo. So I expect them to get out there. I expect him to kind of finish in that P3 spot on this stage and just slowly make his way up to the front.
Well, pace car is off. They're in the restart zone. You know what that means. It's time to grip it, rip it, and sip it as we are going green again for Side Draft Racing League at the Brickyard.
We got the old 69 on defense mode right now.
Terry Vincent made a move up the inside on Allen.
Keith was looking on the outside of the 69 and think about possibly the high line going into turn one, but
Keith's
Ryan
on
Clerk
fire.
cut that down. Keith may have some choice words over the radio for them. But-
Yes, sir.
The chase is on.
The chase
Terry's
is on
looking
Terry
the
Vincent.
inside.
He's looking to make a move now. Ryan
Yeah,
Clerk.
and he's just got such a fast car. And it's, these two cars in front of him that
Oh, a
only
little
took
bit of
2
trouble in
tires.
the back. Is that Orth? Oh my.
Oh no.
That was massive. I saw Orf wiggle, and then that was just a massive
Brian
crash.
Matthews, maybe?
Orf got a lot of damage. I saw Orf get loose, and I was like, oh, what happened? It did, bam, right as I changed the camera. Ugh. So, it looks like Michael Prince, Danny Jackson, and Orf. Maybe a little contact there to the back of the 89 from the 31. I think Orf was just in traffic and got tight, and Prince, was trying to check up, but it still came back to bite Prince. Bailey Brannon really got the shortest end there, hit the wall. Brian Matthews just got collected by the outside thickness of a candy shell of the Reese's Pieces. As you see, he almost made it by, but he got some damage. And we've got some drama here for the Cornerstone Aesthetics 250 at Indy early in stage 2.
Yeah, and I mean, it was probably a racing incident, but I mean, if I'm Orf and I just watched this 31 of Michael Prince just slam into the back of me right here and cause all of this, I've got some middle fingers going out one of these windows here in a second.
Bailey Brannon has got a piece of sheet metal that's glitching. It looks a little odd off of his right front. I think Michael Prince is rolling as well, but he's definitely got damage. Prince's car is banged up. Blevins, he's making a strategy call here. Orf pitting for damage. Matthews. Baggerisi's got stepped on. And Florida State looks like they went out there and played football on Saturday.
Yeah, just beaten, banged, bruised. That car is not looking good.
No, sir. Well, that's going to help out the cars that made that strategy call in the middle of the stage. The 16 and 69 of the McClurgs, that duo is actually going to get a benefit from these caution laps. They can save their tires a little bit since they took a gamble. So it's going to help them out a lot. Going to give them some more time to stay ahead of Terry Vincent, but you know what happens when we get cautions in this league, boys. It gets spicy.
Yeah, it gets real aggressive. Tempers start flaring. I know Keith is. We're going to see the same restart, and I guarantee you Keith's memory goes back to that very last restart that we had. Is going to know what's going to come.
Yes, sir.
And see if he lifts or not, or if Terry tries to shoot too far. We're going to be ready for that.
Let's take a second to look at the points. We can take a peek at the playoff points here. The cut line. In 12th, you've got Bailey Brannon. He's plus 39. Noel McClurg is 39 back. Bryce Keegan's 53 above the cut line. So Austin Norris, Jamin Bernhardt, Brian Matthews, Noel McClurg basically all need a win. Bailey Brannon got one stage point in stage 1. Needs to maximize points today, so this wreck might actually have some implications on Brannon and what it's looking like for the playoff picture.
Yeah, especially with Nolan sitting on pole.
Yeah, the guy you're racing is in the lead, and you're back there wrecking, so hopefully Brannon, that's the only trouble he gets tonight. But I know Bucket Boy, he seems to be a pretty calm driver at times, but last week he had that drama at the end of the race in Iowa with Chris Mackey. We haven't forgotten about that one yet, and I think he's still got to, find a way to stay level-headed and race hard and work his way to the front and get some points. Otherwise, that 16 machine could knock him out if he can maintain this lead. Austin Norris, though, one of the drivers we mentioned, he started a couple rows back here in stage number 2, and right now, based off his strategy, he's worked his way up to 7th, so we'll see what the 57 can muster up in stage 2. Maybe he can get a good strategy call at the break and get something done. But I like the move from the 51. He wasn't involved in that incident, but he took gas. And I think a lot of guys are underestimating the value of saving fuel when you're going this slow under caution. Just taking gas it's never a bad thing to do
Yeah.
because it's
That's
a
fair, 'cause
quicker
you
pit
don't know-
stop later.
Yep.
Less
Well,
time
that
on pit
and-
road.
Yep.
And the way they're running single file, I mean, if you can undercut and take fuel only and have a shorter pit stop by, half a second, perfectly execute on pit road, and somebody ahead of you, or a few cars ahead, make mistakes on pit road, it could be track position. So I like the move by the 51 to go in there and get some gas. Maybe a good strategy out of him. We'll see how it plays out. But they're 2x2. Pace car's getting ready to peel off. Number 16, Noel McClurg, is in the restart zone. He's ready to lead them.
Excited to watch this restart.
Here we go. Let's grip it, rip it, and sip it as we're going to get ready to go green here for stage number 2. Again, for Side Draft Racing League. McClurg gets a good jump. Vincent, though, on the inside now. He's going to go for second.
It's a good restart by Terry.
Oh, he's going to file in behind.
Yeah.
He's going to put him in third. Seeing a little bit of mix and match back there. With Terry Vincent trying to make a run down the backstretch. I think he got out of line too early. He should have stayed in line for that draft before he got out. Poked his nose out too soon. I think he had the move set up. Got eager. Keith Fallon, he's in fourth now. He's looking, but Bryce Keegan maintained third all of stage number 1. He's back there in fifth. I think Bryce is doing a great job tonight.
Yeah, and it looks like, Ryan McClurg's just, his whole goal is just, hey, let me block everybody and keep Nolan out front and get him out there as long as he can. So far, it's working.
I want to say if Ryan can even, I don't want to say, completely hold up the field, but if he can do what he can to help Nolan stretch his legs a little bit, he's going to do everything that he can in stage number 2. Unluckily for them, it's not stage 3, but it might be a good dress rehearsal for what they need to do in the next stage right now, which is just hold off Terry and let the 16 drive away. So they're definitely working together to try and maximize the efforts to get that car into the playoffs. As you see a few guys tagging the wall there as they make their way off turn number 4, but Tyler Smith, he's going to swoop down the racetrack, break the tow line a little bit, and maybe try and get a move done as he is all over the back of Bryce Keegan. Chris Mackey's waiting. Tyler Smith is giving Bryce a near pull, but now he's on the inside. He was really close to the grass there in turn number 2 on the exit. Oh, we almost clipped him. Chris Mackey's going to have a good view of this. Right on board with Chris for a second, as he's going to get a big run. As they make their way into turn number 3, he's watching Tyler Smith, seeing what he's trying to do. Bryce's car gets a little tight. You can see it gets higher up on the racetrack on the exit of 3. They go into turn number 4. Bryce Keegan to the inside. Tyler Smith staggers himself to try and get a run. Get a little bit more drive off the corner. Smith now is going to tuck up right behind Bryce Keegan. Sticks his nose out there as you can hear him shift. But he's going to get back in line. Doesn't have enough to make the move. And now they make their way into turn number 1.
Yeah, you see where the stack up is. The field from that leader. Trying to know what's going down.
Bryce is probably just like, guys, chill out. Chill out. We can have all those guys ahead of us. Because Terry Vincent is not done. He is still trying to get by. Ryan McClurg for a second, and no, he touches him. McClurg gets loose. Terry Vincent, he slides up the racetrack. They both go up the track. That opens the door for the number 40. Keith Fallon, he's going to go to second. And now there goes Bryce, the youngster.
Bryce.
He gets the door from Tyler Smith. Now he's down on the apron. Luckily, Bryce didn't fully wreck it. They're going to stay green, but Bryce is going to be pretty frustrated after that move from the 23. Bryce then falls into the lap of the number 31. That's going to be Michael Prince and Brian Matthews. They both get by Keegan. But now Keith Fallon, the floodgates have opened. The 69 is out of the way for them to go and try and run down Nolan McClurg. McClurg has got to find the gas pedal now. No more managing. It's time to go.
Yeah, because if you're Terry Vincent and Keith Fallon, you're actually working together right now to close the gap on Nolan McClurg.
Yeah, well, it was a good run while it lasted. They made it about 12. you know?
I think Terry just got sick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's go ahead and take a look back. Let's see what happened. I know they're still green, but I got to see what happened here. So Terry Vincent made the dive into the corner. Gets to that corner of McClurg. And I think McClurg thought he was clear. But then we look back at Tyler Smith. Looks like Bryce might have checked up because he thought they were going to wreck. There's a little bit of smoke in the air. And then Tyler got to the outside of Bryce, and Bryce's car just wiggles. And then Bryce goes up the racetrack and makes the contact with Smith. I see that as a racing incident. But now we're back in the action. We're still green. It's Nolan McClurg, Keith Fallon, Terry Vincent, 1-2-3. Ryan McClurg, after that contact with Vincent, they're going to fall to 4th. Luckily, they all didn't completely wreck, but Tyler Smith, he's moved up to 5th.
I believe they have kind of closed that gap to Nolan. At least they're out evenly. We'll say that. So I think they're slowly starting to catch up.
Yeah, when all of this started, there was about a 1 second gap between them, and now they've cut it to anywhere from 0.6 to 0.7. So they're getting there slowly.
Absolutely. Well, the thing is if Terry and Keith can just kind of put it aside for a second and just stay in line, and maybe even like drag the brake a little bit for Keith so Terry can get to the back of them, they could push each other and catch Nolan, because Nolan is on older tires, and now you see Nolan, who's started to push the pace a little bit more, tag the wall there in the chute off a 3.
And
So
that
here
gap
they
is
come.
now 0.25.
Yeah, he's swooping down the racetrack, moving his line a little bit to try and break the toe so they can't close as fast, because there's 15 to go here. We're going to be getting pretty close to the green flag pit stops. That would have been yellow flag pit stops if we saw a caution from that string of incidents, but we did not. So now Nolan McClurg has just got to hold on.
Yeah, it's just one of those situations where you're in, older hardware than the cars behind you, and man, you got to hope that the lead you have was enough, and you can just get her around to that, pit stall and get all 4 tires and keep moving. So far, though, with only 2 tires, keeping Fallon and Terry Vincent behind you, I'd say that's a win.
Yeah, I think Terry may have used some of his stuff trying to get around Ryan, because Ryan was making it so hard to get around. But Keith definitely did the right thing and just kind of throwing it out. But these guys have definitely closed the gap a little bit. Ryan's starting to work to the back of the one, which if I was the one, I'd be kind of cognizant of that as well. Because Ryan is locked in the playoffs. He's trying to get his teammate over there, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're Ryan McClurg right now, I mean, all you really have to worry about is wherever Bailey Brannon is.
Yeah. Which Bailey was collected in that last incident, so running in the 15th. So yeah.
Let's see. So they've got, I don't know how many laps of fuel they have, but I mean, we're coming up on 18 laps so far green, so it's got to be soon.
Annie Jackson has also been up 6 spots. Been kind of quiet, but put together a good race. You see him, Austin Boris, and Halo together.
Yeah, Halo's bounced back from that caution. Uh-oh, yellow flag is out. What happened? It's Ryan McClurg.
Oh,
Nolan
And
McClurg.
Nolan McClurg. From the lead? What just happened?
I think he spun out of 4.
All right, let's rewind it. We were looking back through the field, and I don't know what happened.
Oh, I think he was pitting, and I think Keith got into the back of him
Really?
because Ryan was also coming down pit lane. That was a
Oh,
William Byron incident right there.
Yeah.
oh no, and Keith got damage from that too.
Man. Well, that. Luckily, Nolan still has the fast repair in there, so that's not his day. Unlike Ty Dillon and William Byron, but
Oh boy.
yeah, got to blame the spotter. Got to tell the drivers when they're pitting.
I mean, if you just look back though, from I want to see what Keith's point of view is here, because I mean, I don't think he had any time to really know that he was going to pit. Like he was very, very close to the back of the. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to react to that?
Yeah, we don't really. There's no time at all.
Well, what you do is what you did.
It helps out Terry though. They're going to pit. Tyler Smith is going to stay out. Ooh. Interesting.
Does he have enough? No shot he has enough gas.
I mean, he had to have been saving like hell.
I don't know what Tyler Smith's thought is, unless it's stay out, pit right before the stage, and then not pit at the break.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, just look at it as a total lap perspective instead of a stage break perspective.
Terry Vincent's going to take tires here. A lot of cars now. The strategy is just out the window.
She gone.
Terry lost a lot of track position. Tyler Smith, the lone car, staying out. I don't know if he was just... I don't know what he's got in his head. We talked about how he's done some off-the-wall stuff, and this might be the most off-the-wall thing we've seen out of Tyler Smith. But you know what? When you've got to win, you're locked into the playoffs, you can do that. You can experiment a little bit. You can try new things. You're guaranteed a playoff spot. He's got plenty of points. I mean, I don't blame him. Let's try something new.
We were talking about the Bailey Brennan, Nolan McClurg playoff battle. After this, looks like Bailey's up to 9th. I believe Nolan's something around 13th. So,
well, look at who's in 4th. It's Danny Jackson. He started this race 14th, and now he finds himself in the top 5. Great job.
Yeah.
Jamin Bernhardt, he's on the apron. I think just cooling off his tires, maybe? But Jamin's in 5th. Jamin found himself with some track position. Austin Norris, 6th place. He's trying to get a win. Bucket Boy is in 9th. Brian Matthews as well, you're right. He's in 7th. So we've got a couple drivers up there in the top 10, winless, that need one. So we're going to see a little bit of some moves here from, I think, the 57, the 12, and the 28. The Bucket Boy needs points, or he needs to stop somebody. Dennis Orff back there in 12th. We'll see what Dennis can come up with to give himself some track position. Bryce Teagan, he's all the way back in 15th after that run-in with the 23, and I think Bryce probably just took 4 tires there, sacrificed a little bit of track position to get himself, you know, in a better spot going into stage 3. I think he's kind of thrown stage 2 away, but Bryce can recuperate now and kind of rethink what he's going to do.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of the playoff drivers are probably, looking long run.
Brian
See those guys
Castleberry
here.
is still out there, but Castleberry is over 10 laps down, so his playoff hopes are shot.
Yeah, unless there's about 20 more cautions and 10 more lucky dogs to be handed out.
Rare. That's going to take more than the Chastain Hell Melon. I mean, that's going to take a lot to get him back into this. So we'll see for Castleberry, but I don't know. Well, the pace car's going to pull off. Tyler Smith, he's going to be our race leader from staying out there at the break. Got a few laps to go here in stage number 2. They're in the restart zone, and we are green. 10 to go in the stage. We'll see what Tyler Smith can figure out as he's going to lead him towards turn number 1, and Chris Mackey and Keith Allen are going to be side by side for second. But Keith is getting a good drive off on the outside. He's going to get him. Austin Doris back there side by side with Jamin Bernhardt. Looks like a little wiggle out of Austin, but we'll see what he can do. Back there in the middle of the pack, Nolan McClurg and Michael Prince. I saw some contact as they're 3 wide.
Yep, Bailey Bucket Boy, he seems like he's fighting back a little bit, sitting in.
Oh no, the 51. He hit the wall. He's going to be slow.
There's some action back there with Michael Prince and Nolan McClurg trying to get back to the front. Terry, Austin Lewis is kind of slow. Bailey Brennan goes in.
Single file. But yeah, Brandon, he's up the inside now. Looks like Austin Norris might have had an issue. He lost a lot of ground. Norris is slow on the high side. Let's open the door up for Michael Prince. And Nolan get all that track position back. As you see Terry Vincent poking his nose out. Sorry, go ahead, Jared.
Oh, I said this is exactly where you want to be right here. This is Bailey Brennan, Nolan McClurg fight, because this is where it's going to come down to.
Oh, McClurg and Prince both shot up into the wall there. They got some damage from that for sure.
Oh, no. Case will follow the leader.
I think Nolan got in the back of Prince and pushed Prince up. Too fast into the entry.
The race brain is frustrated, trying to get his way back up to the front with Keith Fallon. He's closing the gap right now on Tyler Smith. Terry Vincent's making up some good ground. He's up to 5th on this restart. Ooh, Jamin tagged the wall hard. That bonanza scheme. Always a classic. Good to see it. Jamin seeing stars for a second after he tagged the wall. Terry Vincent looking at Danny Jackson. Making their way into turn number 1. Don't know if Terry can get the move done here, but he's got it teed up. What do you boys think? Is Keith going to get Tyler Smith here before the stage break?
I don't know if Tyler
Smith out of gas.
I don't think Tyler's enough.
Dude, that thing's got no gas in it.
Ain't got no gas in it again.
But pitting from the lead, you're not going to go a lap down. You're going to stay on the lead lap, and he can give himself track position at the break. So I don't think it's a terrible call from Tyler Smith if it does work out. Everybody's getting tight. Now here comes Keith. He's looking to the inside. I think he's going to get the move done here on the front stretch.
Yeah, he got loose out of turn 1 just a lap ago, so I wonder if, how well that car is staying together. I mean, but if he didn't pit that lap, then he must have something in it. He must have enough gas in somewhere.
He was a tenth quicker than Tyler Smith on the last lap. Or sorry, yeah, he was a tenth quicker, but I just think he's patiently eyeing up where he's going to be. Tyler Smith is going to be all over the chat, letting him know when he's going to pit.
Yeah, that's probably a good call. I'd probably let him know 2 laps ahead. Hey, man, I'm going in.
Keith goes high off the corner.
And there it is.
There it
There's
is.
the pit.
So now Chris Mackey up to second, Terry Vincent third, Danny Jackson fourth, Tyler Smith fifth from the lead with 4 to go in stage number 2. We've got a 3-car battle for the stage win. We'll see if Terry can get himself another stage win or if he can get his way out front and get one. It's been a while for Keith Allen to get a stage dub.
Yeah.
But here
Yeah,
comes Terry
we had him
Vincent.
for like a good 3 out of the 4 races or something like that in the middle early of the season, and then haven't heard much from him recently.
Scary Terry time as he's going to battle Chris Mackey for second. Mackey's not going to get the move done. And that Chili's machine is ready to roll. 3 to go on the stage. Mackey's got 3/4 of a second lead. And Terry's ready to strike.
Just gonna hit him with that triple dipper, as they say.
Yeah, the 16 and the 31 have caught the back of Danny Jackson as well.
Yeah, you gotta give him going. He's running pretty fast. Just trying to just stay out in front of Bailey Brandon. He got all the way down to 8th at one point, and now he's all the way back up to 5th.
Yeah, after that incident, trying to pit in from the front spot. Pretty good recovery there for Noel McClurg. 2 to go now on the stage as they come to the line. Terry Vincent's only still a 10th off of Keith the last lap, and Tyler Smith, he's going pretty slow. I think he's just trying to save as much as he can. And I don't think he knows how close Keith Fallon is to him. He needs to step on that gas.
He's got to be on the relative.
Oh yeah, he's sitting there looking at it. He's
saving
like,
as much as he can before he waits to make his move. Speaking of making a move, is that 3 wide? Oh, Michael Prince and Noel McClurg are at each other's doors. They're locked.
Oh,
Prince is going to get him, though, in turn number 3.
Check up for 18 there.
Making the Intimidator smile, dude. Look at that move into 3. Killing beats.
yeah. And if I'm Ryan McClurg, I'm telling Nolan, hey man, no need to drive aggressive. You're ahead of the car you need to be to make the playoffs.
Last lap of the stage. It's a 1/4 second between the front 2. Scary Terry, if he can get a draft.
Outside of 31, dude. Take it back. But they're not going to have it.
Keith is just trying to break the draft to Terry Vincent. Oh, it's getting pretty good there for that top spot. Terry's driving it as hard as he can into the corner. But Keith Fallon, he's going to prevail here in stage number 2, the number 40 Hollywood Performance Ford of Keith Fallon. I can't see him. There he is as he crosses the line for the stage win.
Yeah, we just needed the Hunter Orange to come out, and then we can figure out where he is.
Great job, Keith.
Interesting. Ryan McClurg did pass Nolan into the stage.
Well, we've got a second. All these cars get ready to pit. Let's go ahead and take a look at another commercial from good old Juicy Spider Studios.
We're in the game.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
their graphics. They always come up with some cool stuff.
Yeah,
You
they
need some-
definitely put some time and money into that.
If you need some graphic designs, Juicy Spider's the place to go. You can find him on YouTube at Juicy Spider. Pretty awesome.
We're
They do some
excited
cool
for
work.
what they're doing for Nocturnal as well. We've got
Yeah.
to see some of the new stuff for us, but
They're gonna do some pretty cool wicked stuff. They might have a little B.A.C. commercial in the works. Might be coming
Oh,
soon,
buddy.
gents. Get ready for that one, but cars have not pitted quite yet. We got some extra time for the commercials tonight since it takes these guys a couple minutes to get behind the pace car and get ready for pit road, but it's about time for the battle on pit road.
yeah,
I know
interesting.
what
I don't
Tyler
know.
Smith's gonna do. I think he's gonna stay out.
Yeah.
Austin Norris,
I mean,
staying out.
you could just go get gas.
Or
You could
staying
just get a
out.
splat.
A few cars staying out.
Any rhyme or reason that Ryan would pass Nolan there?
I don't know.
Because
Odd.
now that put Nolan finishing 8th, Bailey Brennan 9th, I think finished.
Oh, I think Austin Norris, he's got the lucky dog. He's going to have to unlap himself. Battle's on pit road. Tyler Smith, Dennis Orff staying out. That's going to give Orff the lead at the start of the stage.
Yes, sir.
Terry
There's
Vincent.
Al.
Does not look like Nolan had a very good pit entrance. It looks like that's going to cost him a lot of spots.
Oh, he almost spun out of his pit box, and Jamin Bernhardt's going to go, oh, he wrecks.
Oh,
Oh, no, we got to watch that back. Let's take a look at the onboard from Jamin on pit road from that. Oh, my. Nolan just gassed it to try and beat Jamin off of pit road and just hit Jamin outside of the pit entrance, or exit, sorry.
Oh,
Now, what is
man.
that? What does that qualify as? Like an EOL? Like that's got to
Well,
be
It's
something.
going to give Jamin a penalty, so I feel like they would have to clear a black flag for one and give it to the other potentially.
Yeah.
But we got to talk to our stage winner quick, Keith Fallon. Let's get him up here, boys.
Keith,
8th.
Yo,
congrats on the stage win, my man. It's good to see you back up in here in the broadcast booth. How does it feel?
appreciate it.
Yeah, you did a pretty good job there, Keith. I don't know if you need to elaborate on it too much. I think we solved it, but what happened there with the 16 while he was entering pit road? Did he not designate his pit, or just miscommunication, similar to the Byron exit?
He was having radio trouble, like I didn't hear him on the radio at all, and then I was coming out of 4 wide open and he was on the brakes.
Oh, yeah. Just unfortunate, but luckily he's seemed to not be too affected by it. So, you know, it's not terrible. It's not the end of the world, but you still got the stage one out there. You bounced back. You were able to get some track position and hold off Terry Vincent at the end there. You find yourself cycled back to 6th after this round of pit stops. What's the goal in stage 3? Just kind of work in line in the draft and make the moves late, or are you going to try and get it done early?
Well, I mean, I'm just going to try to stay out of trouble. Right now, I know I'm sitting real pretty with the points lead based off the stage point standings and me getting the pole. So my goal is just to remain clean and to get the regular season championship wrapped up.
Yes, sir. Tonight could be the night for you. I see your teammate Daniel Miglin wasn't able to make the race.
No, that's really unfortunate. I really wish you could have been here. I could have bounced some ideas strategy-wise off of them. Us three working together, we're pretty good at strategy. So that definitely hurt us, but we'll keep doing what we're doing.
Yes, sir.
All right, Keith. Well, we see you guys are doubled up. We'll get you guys back to your car and your teammates. Don't try to pull any more William Byrons out there today.
I'll try not to.
Good luck,
It's
Keith.
that camo car, dude.
All right, later.
Wait a minute.
Sorry, I asked a lot of questions there, boys.
Oh, you're good.
You're good.
I thought of all the good ones real quick. I was like, I gotta ask him what happened.
Oh,
Dennis
don't worry. I
was
get a
good.
couple of more good idea beverages in me, and I won't shut up either, so it's all right.
Dude, Is Orff gonna Orff himself? Or is Orff finally going to prevail? This is the moment for Dennis. He's leading into stage number 3. The pace car is off, and we see the 89 HORW machine into the restart zone of Dennis Orff.
Go, Dennis.
Let's grip it, rip it, and sip it for Side Draft Racing League. It's go time, Dennis.
Oh, there's a big chain reaction in the bottom line right there with Bailey Brennan.
Yeah, Bailey Brennan didn't get a good restart. You can see Chris Mackey was able to dive down and get a couple spots. And Dennis Orff, he was able to maintain his lead as they are going through the chute. But Tyler Smith is trying to make a move, and Terry Vincent battling.
Yeah, and, you know, I see Ryan McClurg up here, and, you know, his whole job was always just to be the Bailey Brennan blocker, but I guess he just said, screw that strategy. I'm just going to go out there and try to win, even though he's already locked into the playoffs. And he's into the wall.
Oh, no, Michael Prince, that's going to be a wreck. Ryan McClurg, Chris Mackey, a lot of race cars. Bryce Keegan, that was huge.
I think that's 2 separate wrecks right there.
Yeah, those were 2 separate wrecks that just happened.
Caution is out.
I think you gotta go all the way into turn 3.
Yeah.
Because
I think I saw.
I seen a door.
got
I seen a
tight.
door with the 1 and the 69.
Everybody got tight in the corner. You had that set of cars there, 2 wide, Smith and Orff. The first car to get tight was Ryan McClurg in the 69, and Chris Mackey checks up. And then that caused Michael Prince to kind of get on the brakes, but his car gets tight as well. He's headed towards the wall, but then in the back, I see Travion Drake wall riding, Brian Matthews wall riding. Michael Prince comes down. He gets involved there with Bryce Keegan. But then towards the back, you see Travion Drake slow in the wall. Brian Matthews is checking up. Blevins is checking up. And then Bryce Keegan, after the contact with Michael Prince, is sliding and wrecking up the racetrack. And then what's going on ahead of them? I think that's just everybody going slow, or did Ryan McClurg tag the wall?
See, going into 3, Terry was making a pass on Ryan McClurg.
And then what happened
They came down and I think it looked like 6'9" came down and kind of doored the one. Don't know if he was there trying to get a low entrance, and then worked his way up the racetrack.
Well, then he tags the wall ahead of that Prince incident, and then he gets into Chris Mackey. And then
Correct.
him and Mackey, yeah, they have that contact. I don't know how Mackey saved that. And then as everyone's avoiding the first incident, they see there's a little bit more going on with McClurg and Mackey. So that was a lot to figure out, Bubba.
Yeah, it was.
It's going to be a busy pit lane with a lot of cars with damage.
Yeah.
As only 7 cars stay out. It's Tyler Smith, Dennis Orff, Terry Vincent, Keith Fallon, Danny Jackson, Noel McClurg, and Austin Norris all staying out. It's going to give, I believe, Ryan Castleberry a shot at a lucky dog lap. He does get one.
Yep.
So Castleberry unlapping himself, but everybody else is now on a very busy pit road at the start of stage number 3. I mean, Orff and Smith, like, side by side, had a pretty good battle there for what we were going to see, and everybody was starting to get 2x2. It was getting exciting, and then chaos ensued. Absolute chaos.
That's the thing we said. Whenever these restarts can get wild here at Side Draft. Everybody starts getting grouped back up and going for it, and I think that's kind of what we've seen there.
Absolutely.
People starting to get anxious.
I mean, like I said earlier, like, if Orff would have just hung on to the lead going into that caution, he would have had another crack at, maintaining it. But I just think his tires are a little shot, and he's kind of. It might help his strategy though, if he can stay clean at the front.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I think his strategy is track position and then pit and run it to the end. So I think
feel like
for
on some of these
Orff, it's Sorry, go ahead, Bubba.
I think on some of these restarts, though, I think the outside lane has been a little better if they can get a good restart with the leader out of the restart zone. Going into turn 1, coming out of turn 1 and into turn 2, The outside line has been faster. I feel like Keith's been out there and Terry's been
It
out there,
is.
and it's
Well, what the leader needs to do is get a better jump in the restart zone and get to that top lane and cover it off. We haven't
Yeah.
seen much of that tonight. Everybody's had pretty good jumps on the outside. And like you said, with that outside being so strong, you can get a little bit better drive off of turn number 1 going into that first shoot, and then they can either tuck in line or make the switch back, and that ability to race is very strong, especially since the leader's at such a disadvantage. So when you are the leader, you've got to get that jump and get way out front in the restart zone. Otherwise, you're cooked.
see, we hadn't seen that all night except for a couple times when we had the McClurgs in front row.
The thing
Their
is,
teammate out there, but that's what they had to do, honestly.
like, Orf even had a good jump, but he just wasn't able to slow down Tyler Smith, and I don't think he fought him harder than he should have. I think Orf, in the position that he is in, should have defended that position a little bit more. I know he's had some incidents, but that was like a do or die moment for Dennis to maintain that control car position.
Yeah, especially with it being Tyler Smith and Terry Vincent and Keith Fallon behind you. I mean, you've got the dogs with you right now. You've got to do everything you can to get in front and hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is completely
Get that
shuffled.
clean air, give them the dirty air, baby.
It shuffled the field around. Michael Prince is slow. Is he back there on pit road? I think he's just trying to get himself caught up to the field. Looks like there might be a little bit of damage on the back of his race car, so Michael Prince might be out of his one fast repair and just trying to get his car fixed up as much as possible. He's going to get caught up to the field, though, before they get going, I believe. Yeah, here he comes.
Yeah, I think so. All right, Dennis, if you're listening, buddy, get a good jump on that restart.
Yeah, get the move on the high line, but, I mean, with Keith Fallon behind Dennis, he should be able to get the push that he needs to go after Tyler Smith. Pace car is off. We're in the restart zone. Tyler Smith. He's going to get the jump, and he's going to lead him. 63 of 100 for Side Draft Racing League as Orf does not get rolling as well as he could have.
Yeah.
Challenge Terry Vincent. I think his tires are shot on the 89, and he's just trying to make it to the pit window with that track position, but he's having a hard time to defend, and now you're seeing a lot of race cars just getting around him quick. Everybody's trying to make their way around the 89 of Orf and Terry Vincent. He's battling Tyler Smith for the lead out front.
Danny
Yeah,
Jackson
and you can
almost
tell
got
that's
into
all
the
he's trying to
bottom.
do is just survive. That thing is loose as all get out coming through these turns.
Yeah, back behind. There's a lot of action going on. The cars are 2x2 in the midfield. You see Keith Fallon and Nolan McClure trying to run down the leaders in third and fourth. And Nolan should be staying in line with the number 40. Try and use them to get caught up. Austin Norris, he's in a do or die position back there. He needs to go. Tyler Smith having to defend now against Terry Vincent. In turn number 3, Vincent looking to the outside. But here comes Keith Fallon. Looking like his car's been shot out of a cannon. And Austin Norris, he just wrecked. That might be it for the 57.
Coming out of 3, got loose, got wall tap.
Oh, he almost came up the track and hit Trevion. Tyler Smith was able to hold on for that lead. See what happens to Austin Norris. I think his car...
Well, I don't know what the pit window is going to be, but it's definitely Halo's pit window right now.
Yeah, this is it for Orf and a few other guys, to execute. Let's see what happens to the 57. I think, does he just get loose?
He got tight and just couldn't turn it. Went right up the track into the wall. Didn't want to let off the gas.
I think he kind of had a weird corner entry. And you're right, his car does look pretty tight. And There's a wall.
Yeah, it's coming quick.
I mean, he does a pretty good job, though, to limit the damage, gets that thing down to the apron, and holds the brakes pretty darn quick to let it slide, not come back up the racetrack, so...
Well, good news is he wasn't the first one to put tire tracks down there on that good grass, so.
That's true. He probably won't be the last one either.
Probably not.
Look back at these points. These playoff implications are starting to matter here in the closing stages of this race. You can see Bailey Brannon, Noel McClurg, Austin Norris. A few of those guys need to have a good day. The car I'm looking at, though, is the car in 9th. That is Tyler Cadd. I don't see him on the racetrack tonight.
Nope.
I was
Tyler
thinking that
Cadd,
earlier.
59 above the cut line is he could actually shift the cut line tonight, and Noel McClurg might point his way ahead of Cadd. But he would have to make up a lot of points to do that, wouldn't he?
I think it'd have to be a lot of points. I don't know if I've seen him the last couple weeks, though, have I?
I haven't
think
seen
he
him
was
for a
here last
while.
week. Yeah.
Well, like we said earlier, it's
Especially if he already used his one, points window to where he automatically gets points. But what is it? After 2, I think you automatically start taking zeros.
yeah, I think so.
So that's going to be interesting.
So
If he
Tyler
did-
Cadd might completely shift our cut line tonight, not being in attendance, not seeing him for a while. So we'll see what goes on for that 91. Noel McClurg stays out. He's going to take the lead.
Third.
Back to where he's desperately trying to stay all night, and he's going to be pretty happy. Look at who's in third. It's going to be Ryan McClurg behind him on this next restart. So the two of them are going to definitely work together.
Well, I think we've seen them work together on these restarts before, and if they're on the inside line, Ryan is going to know when Nolan goes and is going to go right with them. That's going to give Danny Jackson and Nolan's competitor, Bailey Brennan, a disadvantage on that outside. For sure.
5th place in the 21, that's Bryce Keegan.
Yep.
Bryce has been up and down the field a few times tonight on a roller coaster ride out there, but Bryce is in a position to try and 100% his way into the playoffs if he can get a W.
Hopefully Bryce realizes how this restart's going to go and can keep up with them. Because if I'm Bailey Brennan and I know that that's going to happen, I'm going low as soon as I can.
So Austin Norris leaving pit lane. Michael Prince is leaving the pit lane, fixing up damage without fast repairs. They're going to stay on the lead lap. They're going to have to fight their way back around and get caught up to the field before they go green. So that leaves a pack of 15, 16-ish cars once we get formed back up. But there's about 12 right there in this group. And of those 12, let's see, a couple of them are cut line drivers. So Brian Matthews, that Reese's Pieces machine, has been rattled around a few times tonight, but he finds himself in 7th on the outside looking in. It's going to be go time for the 28. Dennis Orff, now that he's got those tires, we'll see what Orff can muster up. As
Yeah,
we've
I'm
said a
hoping
few
he's got
times.
at least another set or two for not taking as long as he did. So his end game is hoping that there's a caution with about 10 to go, and everybody's got to use the old tires, and he's got a fresh set just hanging out.
I think Dennis's end game is to just not get Orfed tonight. I think it's just make it to the end. And honestly, with that number 1, Terry Vincent, 2 is outside. If I'm Dennis, I'm just gonna find
Follow
his
him.
bumper on this restart. Like
Yeah, dude.
follow him, dude.
All of them.
Terry's been the best car, I think, all night, besides maybe Keith. And if I'm Dennis, the best way to get out there and give yourself a shot is just follow Terry. So see what he does.
Or even Keith if he can get around Blevins.
Yep. Well, the pace car is going to peel off. Tonight it's a pace truck. We don't
Pace
see that
truck?
often in this league, but it's a pace truck tonight.
Get up there, boys. Get up there, buddy.
Number 16, McClurg's going to lead him in the restart zone. He gets a huge run.
Oh, if I'm Bailey Brennan, I'm diving low right there.
69 goes with him. Brennan, he's going to go to the bottom like you said, Bubba. There he goes.
Bryce is not bumpered up on that restart, so
Yeah,
here we go. Berg's out front. See if the pace slows again. We've seen this before in the stage. So,
We got somebody down in the bottom. What is
That's
that?
Keith.
Keith,
What happened to Keith, man? Oh, no.
Yeah, let's go see what the hell happened.
Bucket
Somebody got
boy.
it.
He's up to third. Best way to secure your playoff spots to go win this race, Bucket boy. What do you got, buddy?
Oh yeah.
I think just got a little loose coming out of two.
Oh no, it looks like Mackey kind of got a hold up a little bit there out of that turn.
Beginning of the
Oh, no. Car in the wall. He's 11.
Yeah, no, he didn't even get him. He just couldn't. Car just got loose. Just turned.
All right, Dennis. Follow that Dente machine. Get up there, buddy. He's like Danny Jackson. Jackson again on the inside. Single file right here.
Davey Jackson under loads of pressure from those 4 cars on his bumper. Bryce Keegan knows he's got to step up and make a play on Jackson. Otherwise, Bryce could be in some trouble. But all those guys are going to stay right in line with Danny Jackson, and Tyler Smith is going to get by him for Bryce there. And might get a little turn, or 3 wide action in turn 3, I don't know.
Bryce takes it back. Turn 4.
Bryce battles back
Tyler.
in the bottom of the chute. Right there.
Just need to start working together, I think. And Bailey, I think, is kind of just playing into their plan. Nolan is absolutely running away. Ryan's
There's
just
still
kind of hanging
not
out.
enough gas to make it to the end, so honestly for Bailey, you know that they're not going to work against each other, so just use the draft.
And if we know anything about Nolan McClure, he'll end up sideways one more time before this race is over.
Well, at least he'll be in the comms with his father. And he'll know when he's going to pit lane, I guess. Because they'll probably be going together.
Yeah, you've got a big advantage there when you're in first and the car in second at this racetrack is your teammate, and he's doing everything he can to help you out. So he's going to be giving them a lot of information in their chat. Try and keep them calm. Let them know we've faced a lot, but now you've got the lead. Thing.
Yeah, there's still a lot of racing to go. We still got 28 laps, 27 laps.
Yeah, that's a lot of time to get a caution.
Danny Jackson in company. Because he's got a lot of them behind him. Really close that gap.
I'll tell you what, I think Dennis listened to us because he's been all over Terry's bumper since this restart, and Dennis is all the way up to 9th. And he is following Terry to the front.
Yeah, if Terry pits, I'm pitting. I mean everything.
I'll say just
Terry farts,
do
I'm
what-
farting. I don't care. I'm
what
doing it.
Chili's car do if you're the 89. You know? He's doing a pretty good job of it. He's got to get by Chris Mackey. Don't know if he's going to be able to make the run this lap, but it's go time. We got a little battle still going on up here. Bryce Keegan is definitely trying to get that car lower than Danny Jackson every single corner, staggering himself, doing the offset, trying not to get tight. Still controlling the ball, but maybe Bryce can get the run and get the move on for fourth. Bryce is looking all right.
Yeah, Bryce has been consistently in this 3-4 spot all night, so let's see if he can come away with it. And wouldn't be surprised if he can get ahead of Danny Jackson.
Look at Dennis Orff. Is he making a move back there on Chris Mackey, maybe? He's gotten a
Well,
lot
he
closer
better if he
to
wants
him.
to keep up with Terry.
Bryce got a little tight there off the corner, and Tyler Smith has gotten closer to him, and now Terry Vincent is there. He has fought this 4-car battle as Bailey Brand is starting to fall into the laps. The cars ahead. Nolan McClure has stretched his legs out by about 1.5 seconds over Ryan. Now Bailey Brandon in the 3 spot. Danny Jackson fourth. Bryce Keegan fifth. Tyler Smith. Terry Vincent. They're there. It's so hard to pass. You've got to get the run. You've got to make the move. And that car in front of you just has such a big advantage to defend that inside line. Got to make that move late as Terry Vincent's going to look to make the move on Tyler Smith in the turn number 3. Smith
Does he
gets
have
up
enough?
the racetrack enough, so that's going to give Terry the drive off through the chute. If Terry can stay to his inside and get ahead of him out of turn 4, he'll be able to make the move, and he does. And then Tyler Smith going to have a little bit more momentum. He gets a run off the 4 down the front stretch. And Bryce Keegan, look at that, side by side with Danny Jackson. Finally got the run that he needed. Little wiggle out of Bryce, but he's fine.
Bailey Brandon, I seen like a lap before that. Actually made a run at Ryan McClure, but too fast on the 3. Had to lift pretty well with that wall contact.
Well, this is a welcome sight from Bailey, though. Now he actually has some people catching up to him. Probably help him try to get up there.
Yeah, I mean, you can get in line and try to catch him because I think, let's see, over Bailey. Nolan has been a 2.5 second gap between him and Bailey.
Bryce pits.
Bryce did pit.
Well, this is where it starts shaking up, boys.
Bryce knows if he pits now, he could probably make it to the end, potentially. I don't know. Or his car's out of gas, because I think you get about 15 laps out of it. So I think it's a little bit early for Bryce to be pitting.
We saw some of these drivers get it close to about 22.
Okay.
To really save.
So maybe it is the move from Bryce. Noel McClure gets stretched out that lead. Bailey Brandon, pretty comfortable in 3rd, but now Terry Vincent has made the move. He's gotten around Danny Jackson. Bryce Keegan on pit road, so that's going to give Terry some clean track to run down the leader with 23 to go. Now 22 to go.
So Bryce only took gas there too, so if he has another set that he's pocketing, he's, expecting to either pit again or, he's looking for a caution essentially.
I think for Bryce, just gas and go with the ability to pit early and get that clean air. I think he's going to be a little bit happier than he was in all that traffic.
I agree.
And if you look now, Nolan McClure, the gap is starting to shrink between himself and Ryan McClure. It was 1.5 seconds, and now it's down 0.5 seconds. So Nolan McClure might be struggling a little bit from that front spot, or he's just trying to save.
Yeah, probably trying to save. I mean, he's been out front with no help for, 20 laps, it feels like. So, he's having to do everything. So I don't know how much he's really able to save here.
He's really slow. Is Nolan McClurg struggling on fuel?
Ryan, his father has caught in a hurry. Are they going to pit right here?
They might be trying to cycle together. But the gap just completely went away. Maybe Nolan is close to that fuel window. And now he's going to pit.
Out.
No, he stays out. So I don't know if he's just trying to get Ryan closer to him to maybe work together and defend. But it seems odd, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever want to give up ground,
I wouldn't
I
want
don't
to give
care
up
if
the
my.
lead.
Yeah. Whenever you give up ground, it'll get your defense closer to you. I mean, leave them out there. I don't know why you'd ever bring anybody in.
I want the biggest lead going into pit lane as I can get to give me a little leeway to get in and out.
Tyler Smith and Chris Mackey are swapping positions behind Danny Jackson. Mackey got around him. Dennis Orr, he's just waiting in line behind all these cars. Seems like his car's a little bit tight, having a tough time in traffic.
Nolan is coming down pit lane.
So Nolan pitting.
Ryan's
Danny
paid.
Jackson's pitting. Big pit stop for Nolan McClurg. Ryan McClurg is going to give him the lead. Bailey Brandon, Terry Vincent now battling for second behind Ryan McClurg. We'll see where Bryce Keegan ends up in this.
I guess it's really just determined on if anybody takes tires, how the tire deterioration is going to do with these lap times.
Yeah.
If they were slowing up, that gives Bryce the advantage.
I was going to say, where's Bryce and where's Nolan?
And
Bryce
Terry
is
just took
front stretch.
second away from
Nolan McClurg is
Bailey.
exiting pit road.
And he did
Danny
take two sets
Jackson's
of tires.
exiting pit road.
Bailey's
Both
in
Danny and Nolan took rights, so
Bryce
it is going to
Keegan.
be a little slower than that gas and go that Bryce did.
Might be close to Nolan McClurg. We'll see here. Bryce is up to speed. Nolan's not. Ryan McClurg is still the leader.
Terry on his bumper.
Terry
dude.
Vincent. And Dennis Orff is starting to let the hounds loose. He's pushing down. He's caught up to Tyler Smith now that those cars are out of the way. And Terry is trying to get past Ryan McClurg as fast as possible, doing everything he can, and Ryan McClurg seems to be
Might be
shutting the
pitting.
door on him. I think McClurg's going to pit.
Yep. Pit.
McClurg is on pit road. Terry Vincent, he stays out. And Terry Vincent's going to catch Danny Jackson and get a slipstream. There's 17 to go. And Tyler Smith and Dennis Orff are rocketing down the front stretch into turn number 1. They're battling now for second. Dennis Orff is giving it everything he's got at this point. But Orff looks like he has a little bit of cosmetic damage in that right front.
Yeah. He's collected that wall a few too many times.
Terry has caught Bailey Brandon, who is in 13. So Terry's in traffic. If I'm Terry, it's time to pit now that he's caught all this traffic. Otherwise, it's just going to hold him up. And let the guys out front pull away. So we'll see what Terry does. Terry's going to stay out. He's going to run it long. Tyler Smith is staying out. Dennis Orff staying out. Jamin Bernhardt. He is now up to 4th. Levin's 5th. Keith Fallon, after that incident on that restart, he is now running 6th. Looking back, Ryan and Nolan McClurg are ahead of Bryce Keegan. Nolan McClurg battling Michael Prince. He's a lap down in this one. Side by side through the chute. but McClurg has definitely started to stretch the gap again over Ryan.
Prepping for it.
Here comes Terry Vincent. Here comes Tyler Smith. Dennis Orphy can stay out for the lead. 16 to go. 15 at the line.
Tyler locked him up there at the pin entrance. Hopefully he can get a speed in there.
He did not,
Okay.
luckily. And now he's going to put Dennis Orph out front with 15 to go. Maybe Dennis just wants a caution. He needs a caution.
It's a caution.
He needs a
There's
lot.
break in front of him.
But when all of these cars are in and out of pit lane nonstop, you know, this is when, if you want a caution, this is where it's going to come.
And Lowell McClurg has a 3-second gap over Ryan McClurg and Travion Drake. Dennis Orph. A little moment there, and turn number 3. They both went up the racetrack. There's a slow car on the apron. I don't think it's Austin Norris. Oh, it's Ryan Castleberry. He's pitting.
Dennis is coming in to the pit.
Orf's gonna pit. Jamin's gonna pit. Blevins is pitting. Keith is pitting. So the leaders are all pitting. Noel McClurg is in the wall, and he is slow.
Oh, he disconnected.
Terry Vincent, I don't see him either. What just happened? What happened to Noel McClurg?
Looks like he just disconnected. Internet died.
Oh no.
Wow.
Wow. Nope, no one first back. Nope.
Oh, I see disconnected from the server.
And Noel McClurg, we saw him slow it in the wall, and now he is nowhere to be found. That's going to give Brian McClurg the lead. Tyler Smith second, and Dennis Orph. He's making his way up the pit road. Let's see what he can do. He's got some ground to make up. His teammate, Bryce Keegan, the youngster, 3 seconds behind the leader. He's finally found himself back in third. Danny Jackson fourth. Chris Mackey fifth. The Bucket Boy is up to sixth. Holy smokes.
Just happened.
Well, just like that. I mean, Nolan McClurg's playoff chances are out the window. Bailey's just got to get one lap ahead of him, and he's almost fielded.
Well, Ryan McClurg could be bittersweet for him, but Tyler Smith, he sees that yellow and black machine with 13 laps to go, and Tyler Smith is going to give it everything he's got. Terry Vincent, I don't know if he had an issue on pit road or what, but Terry is 36 seconds back.
Oh, wow. I wonder if he sped through pits, got a 30-second hold.
Potentially. Could be right. Tyler Smith is starting to close the gap now. To the leader. Bryce Keegan, Danny Jackson, Chris Mackey, third, fourth, fifth.
Yep. And, you know, Ryan McClurg's got a little bit of lap traffic coming up on him. I think it is Michael Prince, actually. So if Michael Prince can hold him just for a second, Tyler Smith's going to get that window to strike potentially with a couple of laps left to go in this.
Bucket Boy 6th. Orf 7th. I think the damage for Dennis Orf is just too much. Chris Mackey looking to the inside of Danny Jackson.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, and there's the contact there.
Oh!
With the 9 and the 18. Give Bryce a second to breathe if he can get away from the two of them as they're side by side behind him now, battling.
Yeah. And there's action down the front stretch as well. Come on, young buck. Get up there, buddy.
really loose off the exit. Had to keep it off the wall. The gap now to the leader for Tyler Smith is just about half a second. It's starting to get a little bit lower, little by little. As you see the 69 tag the wall, the caution's out. Austin Norris is wrecked.
Well, here it is, boys. We're going to get a 10-lap shootout.
Yes, sir.
You know who's smiling right now is Dennis Orff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's got fresher tires than anybody, and he is ready to go.
It's the same thing we saw from Norris when he wrecked earlier in the race, but this time he doesn't go all the way down to the apron. He goes straight to the wall. And his nose just gets obliterated. That black and green.
Young Buck's in a
chili
good
machine.
spot right here, too.
Gets it turned back around after he was backwards. All right.
Well, I think everybody now's got enough gas in every last set of tires they have. So I mean, this is almost like a, shorten it to 1 to green kind of situation here. I don't think I expect anybody to be in the pits.
But you're going to find out who doesn't have enough gas. Or who saved enough tires. Like, if they're in the back, they can afford a track position for the tires. Go get that extra set. But if you're top 5, you're not probably coming in to get that extra set unless you think you're that fast.
Well, Dennis is sitting 7th, and if he's got a set, he may go grab him, because I know he ran that 1 set longer than anybody else.
So,
Yeah, but he's also got the freshness, right?
86. We're going to take a quick look at this and try and figure out what happened to Nolan McClure. I'm just trying to find where his car was, and I'm not seeing it anywhere. Did he just completely disconnect? I think he did.
Yeah, he, gone.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it anywhere on the racetrack on lap 86, so I think it was just a full-blown disconnect from the server, and that's going to be his day.
You can actually watch it back a lap. If you click on his name on lap 86 and then hit back a lap, it'll show you what he at least finished.
Unfortunately, I don't have that function.
Yep, so it looks like he came out of, what is this, turn 1? He's fine. Coming into 2, and he just slams into the wall like he's not there, and almost clips Michael Prince a little bit, and then puts her in the wall, and then car goes bye-bye.
Wow. All right.
Wow. So, through all that, I think we had, 2 cars pit lane?
Yeah, there was a couple of fakes in there. I know, the other McClure went,
Rice.
Yep. Blevins, Norris, McClure. And Bryce.
7th caution tonight for SDRL here in Indy. Couldn't have come at a better time for Orff to have a shot.
Well, say that Bryce just had all 4 tires put on. He had a set waiting there just like Ryan McClure did. The other 3 are sitting there are finishing some damage, it looks like. But
with that many laps though, like 8-ish laps, do you have enough time to get by everybody?
So, I don't know. Because Tyler Smith last was 85. Chris Mack 82, Dane Jackson 81, Bailey Brandon 82, and then Dennis 86, Jamin 86, Keith 86. And all the way back, Terry 85, and then 91, so everybody that just took. So I mean, honestly, Tyler Smith in the lead right now has got pretty good tires compared to 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 2, 3, 4. I'll say that. And 5, 6 with Dennis and Jamin. Got pretty close tires to Tyler.
Okay.
If I'm reading that right.
Yeah, it looks like second, third, fourth all have about 10 laps or older. And then Jamin, Orf, a little bit fresher rubber. So we'll see where they cycle. Somebody that's really, really pleased, though, after a bad pit stop cycle is Terry Vincent. He was probably feeling a little hopeless, and now he's got another shot to get himself back towards the front. So this one's going to help out Terry, get him back in the race.
Yeah, he's got his buddy Keith Fallon in front of him too, so a couple of the more experienced drivers all sitting in that bottom line ready to go when this thing goes.
Everybody in the top 7 has gone forward in this race. Brian Matthews up 10 spots, Bernhardt up 4, Orf up 3, Jackson up like 10, Mackey up 10, Tyler Smith up 7.
Hey, that shows you who wants it here at the end here at Indy.
Yes, sir. Pace car is off. We are ready. Tyler Smith going to lead him into the restart zone. We are green with 8 laps to go for Side Draft Racing League at the Brickyard. Who's going to kiss the bricks and drink some milk tonight? Couple laps to find out as Tyler Smith leads Chris Mackey into turn number 1.
And we talked about the last restarts. Start from the inside lane, Andy, and then going out to the outside, blocking that outside lane. Tyler Smith just did that with the advantage he pulled from it.
Yeah, a lot of mixing and matching. But you
Halo's
can see
trying
Dennis
to get
Orf.
up in here. Yep.
He's on the inside line of Danny Jackson going into turn number 3. See if he can
Let's
keep
get
his
it.
car
Bailey
down
goes.
there. He does. And
Touches the
Bailey
wall.
He may
Brandon
get
touches
a
the wall.
twofer. Yeah, he may get a twofer out of
And
this.
here
just
comes
because.
Keith Fallon, though. And Terry Vincent and Ryan McClure. Tyler Smith swerving to keep Chris Mackey behind, but the battle for third is definitely heating up. Everybody wants to get back up there. Tyler Smith doing what he can to hold off Chris Mackey. Oh, no, Terry
there's another
Vincent's in the
caution
wall. There's a
coming.
caution. That's it. That's a big yellow.
Yeah, that is a huge caution right there.
Wow. What happened to Terry? Did he just get contact or?
Yeah, it looks like Fallon got a little loose and got pulled into Terry Vincent.
I think Terry just had a better run into the corner and he checks up for Keith and
Ryan kind of
gets a little push there.
back
And
of
then
him.
Keith Fallon, Keith Fallon gets a pretty short end of the stick there. And Jamin, does he get involved? No, he gets on the brakes, gets down below. Bryce Keegan misses it. Brian Matthews is going to miss that one. Terry Vincent and Keith Fallon. Ugh, that sucks for those two.
I turned on the mics just because it's kind of funny getting to the end here. And Orf is talking, saying, hey, man, you already have a win. How about you let somebody else get one here, talking to Tyler.
Yeah. You guys have the ability to try and get a win sticker on that door and lock themselves into the playoff as we take another look here. Dennis Orf isn't even on the bubble. Dennis Orf is 18th in points. Brian Matthews 16th in points. Chris Mackey, he hasn't gotten a win yet this season. He's 8th in points, winless, but could maybe get some momentum here into the playoffs. Danny Jackson rolling 5th. He doesn't have a win yet this year either. Bucket Boy wants a win, so Tyler Smith needs to
Number 2,
definitely
3,
hold
4,
them
and
off.
5 are hungry, boys. They're hungry.
Well, those cars that car in 4th really wants one.
Yep. He's pulling out the plea deals right now, saying, "Hey, come on, let somebody else win."
Yeah, he's begging, dude. Begging.
Dennis pulled one out here. Jackson. Bailey, I don't think has to worry about much now since Nolan disconnected. Just needs a strong, clean finish. Mackey's been close a couple races this year.
I'm gonna be honest. I want Dennis to win this just for the post-race interview. I know it's gonna be electric.
Well, if he gets in another spot there, we'll get him on the interview regardless.
That is
Podium
true.
interview.
I don't think Dennis is going to be happy with the podium interview. I
No,
can't believe I'm
that's
saying
not
that.
that is not gonna get him in the playoffs.
No, podium doesn't get Dennis into the playoffs, so if Dennis has got anything left in it, I mean, I would expect Dennis to be checkers or wreckers here.
Yeah.
Same thing with, like Brian Matthews is now in 10th, but if he could get a jump and get some track position on a restart, even Brian Matthews could, potentially go for something. Well, 8th caution of the day. They're not 2x2 yet, are they?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Looks like, I don't know. I think they're just kind of pre-staging where they need to line up. Maybe this isn't. I can't tell. I think they'd be lined up by now, right?
I was gonna say, surely not.
Well, Michael Pran's starting to get fanned out. I think they're just eager. They're that eager to get going. They're already lining it up.
I believe they're trying to get everything sorted out. iRacing had an incident where didn't know where everybody was supposed to be after the wreck, so it looks like they're figuring it all out slowly.
Makes sense. Man, oh man.
You buddy.
Gotta check on fantasy football. I was in kind of a close one this week. My team kind of flopped. Jaden Daniels is my quarterback with tight end Zach Ertz. They're in a little bit of a thriller here with the Bears on Monday Night Football. Commanders are up against the Bears 24-22 with 7:32 left in the fourth quarter. We got a 2-point game. But
Hold up. Did Tyler Smith just choose the outside line?
He did.
Yes, he did.
He chose that himself.
I don't blame him.
I don't either.
But you know who that's going to help out more than anybody else, boys?
Dennis.
Dennis
It's gonna help
Orr
Dennis.
is on the outside behind Tyler Smith on this restart. This is actually pretty good for Dennis because he can get the jump off the leader into the zone. Hold up.
I would seal up in there, dude. Get on that bumper.
He's got to be...
You gotta go, buddy.
You shouldn't be able to slide a credit card between his nose
Yeah.
and his bumper, dude.
Contact made.
All or nothing.
made.
Well, I predicted that somebody in the top 4 in the points was going to win this race tonight, and oh boy, I think I was wrong. I thought it was going to be Keith, Terry, or somebody that's going to lock up the regular season championship, and man, oh man. I mean, I think it's still going to go to Keith the way the points are playing out. Terry was so far behind him that he's not going to get it, so Keith, I think, will be crowned the regular season champion, but we've got one more battle to settle them tonight. It's going to be who's going to be that last playoff driver. Could it be Dennis Orff? Could this be his Cinderella story? Can Dennis Orff
That
kiss
would
the
be
bricks?
wild.
I don't
Come
know.
on, Dennis. Get on that bumper, dude.
Time to
This car's
go.
off.
Get on the bumper.
Tyler Smith, though, he's got a couple win stickers. He wants one more before the playoffs start. 3 laps to go. Grip it, rip it, and sip it. We are going green again at Indy. Tyler Smith gets the jump on the outside. Chris Mackey, the bucket boy, and Dennis Orff got to figure out
Oh,
who's
Chris
going to
Mackey
second.
shut
And
the
Mackett,
door.
no!
What are you? Oh, no,
Well.
dude. Oh.
Oh, my.
Oh, I want to be a fly on that wall. Oh.
Yeah. Yep. And Dennis didn't even try to turn that car around and go into the pits. He did the toe and said, "Nope, I'm done."
Had to
Yeah,
run.
Mackie, you gotta leave some room up there if you're gonna come.
Went for the
Man.
block.
I mean, that was a... Lived to fight another corner, but shoot. We got to see this from an onboard, don't we?
I mean, seems pretty evident right there. It don't matter what onboard we're gonna watch. I'm pretty PO'd if I'm Dennis right here.
I mean, I thought he had the run made.
He had the run. Mackey definitely went to block.
I mean, he took him pretty high up the racetrack, and yeah, they're both out of this one.
Yeah.
But we got to figure out what happened to Ryan McClure, because I saw his car crash as well.
Oh.
I saw the 69 go around. So there's the wreck with Orff and Mackey ahead of him. And
Did he just
Let's
get
see what
loose or
happened.
did he get tapped?
He got
Ooh.
hooked by Michael Prince.
Michael Prince and McClure sends him towards the inside wall. He's going to lock it down on the brakes, and I don't think he touches anybody. Luckily, smoked the crap out of the tires.
Yeah, if he doesn't have any, I know he doesn't, but I don't even know if how you're gonna be able to get that thing around with all those flat spots on those tires now.
Absolutely. Well, a few cars on pit road then. It's going to be Chris Mackey, looks like Keith Fallon, and a few others making their way onto pit road.
Oh boy.
Well, who does that put on the
Oh,
outside
boy.
row? That's Bailey Brannon. He's going to be starting alongside Tyler Smith.
Well,
9
if Tyler
cautions tonight.
chooses outside, he's going to be on the inside.
Yep.
So Danny Jackson may have a run at this.
I think Mackey still had his fast repair, so he's going to be able to get back out there and continue the fight. So Tyler Smith, still leader.
Green, white, checkered, I believe.
Smith has had a pretty good day, led 24 laps in this one. Finds himself in the lead as the control car. Travion Drake, we have seen him struggle a lot today, but Travion Drake is now up to 7th.
Hey.
Wouldn't that be something, boys?
Boys.
If
Wow.
Travion Drake got himself a W. I don't know.
A single
Is he
digit
playoff-
finish for Travion Drake would be
Is he
pretty huge.
playoff eligible?
I don't even, he should be. He's here every week.
Well,
He hasn't
Young
been here
Buck
in a while.
Young
Young Buck's
Buck's
in
in
good
5th.
position.
started this one 4th, and now he's 5th. At 31, the Intimidator scheme has found himself back in 4th, and Danny Jackson, in-season tournament finale driver, doesn't have a win this season, but looks like Tyler Smith is going to choose the inside, and he's going to start behind that 23 Alani Toyota to give Danny a shot at a W. There's a few guys that still want that W. Michael Prince, though, with a lot of win stickers. He's got a few wins here so far this season for the inaugural season of Side Draft Racing League. He'd want to round out this season with a W if he can Terry Vincent, though, back in ninth for like 27 laps today. To his outside in 10th is Ryan McClurg. He's led a couple laps out front. He was helping his teammate. Chris Mackey started this one 12th. Finds himself restarting 11th this time. So, not many cars left,
Young Buck may
but we'll see what
have the
happens.
fresher tires right here.
I think you're right. Didn't Bryce, like you said,
91.
Jarrett? Bryce has
Do what
got pretty fresh tires over everybody.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say,
91.
I would
wouldn't say
like to see that
super
run.
fresh, but Jamin's
Yeah.
got some a couple laps fresher. But Tyler Smith, though, out of everybody in the top 4, does have the freshest. The only 2 guys with better tires than Tyler Smith is Bryce and Jamin. So,
Yeah, I would like to see that. I tell you what, we're gonna be aiming for a 3rd green-white checkered if that's the case. If you start getting these cars with these fresher tires with a lot more speed on them, trying to get into this top 4, we're definitely going to see another one.
These old tires on these restarts, though, could be this way.
all right, race cars off at 23. Alani, Highline Toyota leads him
Bailey got a
again
good jump.
in the restart zone. Bucket Boy got a great jump,
Got a good jump right here.
and he's going to battle at his door into turn number 1. Michael Prince falls into 3rd.
We'll switch
And
back.
Bucket
He's
Boy
got
makes
it.
the switchback move.
Can he hold it?
Oh,
Oh,
Bucket
he
Boy
gets
got
loose.
loose and he's going to spin, and there's another wreck behind. They're wrecking all over. Oh, Travion Drake. Oh, we're going to have to look this one back.
Chris Mackey again?
The Bucket Boy. He lost it. Let's see what happened with... We'll start with Bucket Boy, huh? I think we...
Oh,
I mean, he made the move, though. Brandon
we don't want to look.
Haddon.
We don't want to look in the back.
Oh, no, Bubba. We'll look in a second. Don't you worry. But Bucket Boy had it, and then he just got loose, and he shot up the track. And look at Michael Prince's wreck avoidance there to dive down low and miss it.
And
was-
keep the car under him.
Pretty damn good. Jamin does that. Bryce gets by. Brian Matthews gets by. Terry gets by. But let's see what this Chris Mackey incident looks like.
It's correct. You did have some Travion Drake in there, Ryan McClurg,
Austin Norris.
and Chris.
My, there were
Mackey.
3
You can
separate
tell
wrecks that happened here.
I think Travion he's just trying to make it
Alive.
through this corner alive because he sees
Yeah.
Terry to the inside, Ryan McClurg to his outside. McClurg, though, I think he swings pretty high up the racetrack
Yep.
to give, Travion space off the corner. You can see Travion lifts,
Yeah.
and I think his car was just tight, and he still tagged McClurg. So
Well, then keep watching
Unfortunate.
because they keep racing hard right below him.
And then
that's where
Austin
you get-
Norris gets behind Chris Mackey, and he gives
Chris
the
Mackey
die
already
in the
went
Olay
down.
there.
I don't know if Chris Mackey was already starting to turn.
Chris Mackey
but
was loose, and he was starting to go around similar to what we saw at a Bucket Boy, but I think Austin Norris just wasn't anticipating that. If you look at Austin Norris, I think if you look at the 57, I think his overall goal was to miss what was happening to his outside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you seen the tail end of Chris Mackey's car kind of.
Because he sees Travion get tight in front of him, and then he sees that contact. The 69 gets sideways, so Austin goes low to make the corner, and then if you look right there, Chris Mackey's nose is definitely not pointed, on the exit, and he just got tight, he got loose, and Norris finished the job. And then if you keep riding with Austin Norris, see the tail end of Bucket Boy. But then Travion Drake, after that contact. Oh, hold on a second. Hold
Wait a
up,
minute.
boys.
Wait a minute.
Was this
Uh-oh.
Bubba?
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
And the 69.
Oh,
Was that
no.
retaliation there?
That
Oh
is a
shoot.
little bit. Well, I mean, it's not, but it will be
Why
under
is Bailey
review
Brennan stopped
And
as well? What happened there?
well, Bucket Boy
because he
got
was
loose.
backed
Remember?
out.
Oh
Yeah, he was
yeah.
backed
There's
out. trying to-
there's a lot to unpack with that caution.
Oh, that's a huge one, dude.
A lot to unpack there.
That'll be under review.
Wow. That's going to be brought up by everybody in the league.
Yeah, I'm surprised Hot Takes isn't already blown up.
Oh, Dennis is already waiting on an interview.
Oh
There's a
man.
lot to
Well, Dennis, no,
We can interview him.
no. Wow. Yeah, that one's going to be on the hot takes later. But Tyler Smith, Michael Prince, Danny Jackson, Jamie Bernhardt, and Young Buck. I think Young Buck maybe just locked it up on the Bailey Brennan. And that's what gave the position to Jamin.
Looks like one of our spotters had manually disconnected. Don't know who's spotting.
Oh. Oh, was Nolan spotting for Ryan?
Yeah.
I don't know. Here we go. Another one. I think if Bryce wouldn't have lost that spot to Jamin there. On that caution, he might be in a better spot.
Yeah, Bryce starting now. Third row inside. I mean, Danny Jackson had a pretty bad restart, but now he's going to find himself behind the leader. Michael Prince finds himself.
Yeah,
P2.
Michael Prince is out there. You know, he's killing his engine on these, on these straightaways and whatnot, trying to save what fuel he can.
Yeah. That might be something too if somebody runs out of gas.
Oh yeah, they've already talked about it, that they're not shortening the yellows for that exact reason, because everybody probably, unless you manually went in there and said, I want 10 extra laps of fuel, everybody probably only had about 3 or 4.
A lot of cars lined up on the inside row.
Here's where Bryce is going to have the advantage too, because
Green flag is out.
Yep.
Tyler Smith.
he's got gas.
Bryce just came over the comms and said he had 10 laps of fuel.
Michael Prince got a great jump to the outside of the 23, though. Let's see what happens through the chute.
Jamin
Getting
on the
flashbacks to
move.
Pocono, boys.
Uh-oh.
31 behind the 23. 2 laps to go. Jamin in third. We'll see what happens. 31.
Harry Vincent is... Move.
Yeah, he's trying. He's trying also to keep it clean, because he could have about slammed into Danny Jackson pretty heavily right there on that last turn.
Cars make their way onto the front stretch off of turn number 4. Tyler
Oh, thank
Smith.
the Lord.
Losing, but he's not having enough.
He takes the white. This lap's going to settle it for Side Draft Racing League at the Brickyard. Tyler Smith is starting to stretch the lead a little bit over Michael Prince. I don't know if Prince's car is just upset or unable to keep up. Or Tyler
He
Smith
got no
just
gas
has
in it.
more in
They probably ain't got no gas.
Michael Prince starting to get the gap shrunk. But I don't think he's got enough to get the move
Well.
done. As he gets really close to the back of the 23, as we see 2 cars tag the wall behind. That was Terry
They have
Vincent
enough
and
if the
James.
yard breaks, but
But Tyler Smith got the lead late in the race. The drama
oh
ensued.
no, Oh,
still wrecking,
no.
but the 23 of Tyler Smith is going to get the W again for Side Draft Racing League at the Brickyard.
Tyler Smith brought it home. Glad you paid off.
Well, if you look behind the winner there, there was about a 10-car pileup and multiple dead-on-scene casualties, and that's a pretty easy statement to say. Like, there's no survivors on a couple of those cars.
Come on, one in pit lane.
All right, so let's look at our
Bryson
standings.
Terrier might be good. Woo.
So I am hearing that we are also going to interview the regular season champ as well. Andy, you there?
I'm here, buddy. I'm just watching this 23 do his burnout here.
Oh, yeah. Burn it down. I wish all of them would just do a burnout till their engine blows or tire goes. One of the two.
Little Bubba Wallace flashbacks at the Brickyard, dude.
Yeah.
Little 23. I was supposed to be a Bubba Wallace fan.
All right. Well, without further ado, you think we should start bringing some people up here? It's getting pretty late in the stream.
Yeah, I think so. Who do we want to bring
All
in
right.
first? The Bucket Boy?
Yeah, Bucket Boy in third, who got third because everybody in front of him crashed. Let's see what he's got to say. Bailey, what's going on?
Howdy.
Walk us through coming out of turn 4 there.
I felt like Moses. Those seas just parted, and I'm like, holy crap, that is third place. And honestly, I hate that I spun when I was side by side with Tyler. I had an issue with my iRacing. I lost a frame, and all of a sudden I got loose and I was around. So that's unfortunate, but I got those fresh. I still had a set of tires, so I was like, well, I'm just gonna take these tires and run with it, because
Hell yeah.
see what I can do.
Yeah, we saw you with the Tyler Smith incident. It doesn't even look like you were touched or anything. It's just like a little like glitch in the system or something, and all of a sudden you were sideways.
Yeah, I have that issue sometimes. I don't know if it's because I just got a crappy PC or what, but I just know that I lost a frame, and then with these cars are really loose on exit, and I might have overcorrected or something. I don't know. That's just, it's like I said, it's just unfortunate, but I was still able to come back and get third. So I think that's 4 podium finishes in a row.
That's,
I believe so, and I believe that's also enough to get you into playoffs.
I think it is too. I needed no new winners outside of the top 12. I knew that coming in. I need my biggest concern was Nolan. I'm not quite sure what happened with him, and then Dennis was up there late, and I was shaking in my boots there. I was like, he had pressured tires, he could win, but then I don't know what happened with him and Chris, but they just wrecked, and I was like Jamin, so I was just, I don't even know if I got fingernails left. I was biting them so bad those last couple laps.
Oh man, Bubba, what do you got?
The ridge of that bucket was real hot, wasn't it?
Dude, I need to change the whole bucket right now.
Oh god.
Swap it, hot swap.
That's a good thing about a bucket. Nothing but a good old hot swap into a new
Yeah,
one.
dude. Yeah. Go Lowe's, Harbor Freight, Home Depot. You're good, dude.
I'll find me a good. I got another one behind me, so if that counts for anything. But I'm sure I can find another one.
Andy, you got anything?
Nothing, boys.
All right. Well, Bailey, congratulations on getting yourself into the playoffs and a podium win. We knew that you would probably be in this situation as soon as you joined. You were at a 3-race deficit to start the season. Still managed to point your way into the playoffs. Congratulations. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you guys so much. That was intense. I
Yeah.
hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yep, take it easy, Bailey.
Thank
All right. Coming in at number 2, the Intimidator, Michael Prince. Michael, another showing of you just working your way through the field.
Yeah, it seems to work out in my favor there at the end.
That was.
We thought we were going to get a deja vu of Pocono. What happened there in that last lap? You just didn't have enough gas to get her there? Or?
I ran out coming out of 4, so I wasn't going to race Tyler too hard and tear both of our stuff up.
That's fair. So, yeah, walk us through what I mean. You spent how many different pits just trying to fix up that damage that you had early, and man, for you to just stay in it and somehow collect a second, man, walk us through it.
Man, I was going to honestly get out of the race because I had 4.5 minutes of damage. Nolan got into me, sent me into the wall early in the race. That gave me some damage. So I was still riding around. I still have over 40 seconds of damage now, but with any air on the nose, it was just killing the car, and I ended up putting in the wall again. Using my fast repair, it was just a chaotic day.
Well, I think a lot of people.
Buddy.
Bubba, what do you got?
Dude, still getting her done and fighting through the field, battling through the field. I think we've seen that a lot this year. Is that's the thing, is staying in it, using that fast repair when you got it, cutting the time off for the the damage in the pits when you can, knowing your situation. You were patient enough to be able to manage the damage, and you knew you were in the playoffs, and a lot of people. Was it extremely tough to fight through the traffic today because there was a lot of guys trying to get into the playoffs and make some aggressive moves, or you just kind of hang back and let it happen?
Yeah, it was really hard to pass because I was battling Keith for the regular season championship. I think I lost that, but it seems like everybody was throwing blocks, trying to make their own path to the front, which, I mean, that's racing. That's how it is. But it was, I normally don't stress in these races, but I was kind of, this one had me on the edge. I was kind of mad.
I think there was a lot of mad tempers in that one, and I'm sure there will be the following week.
Yeah, I don't think Nolan's going to send me a Christmas card.
Oh, yeah.
We saw that, and for the life of me, I couldn't understand. Nolan was ahead of Bailey Brannon with Ryan Berg behind him, and he's racing the Intimidator as hard as he is. And I'm sitting there just like, what in the hell are you doing?
Yeah, he sent me into the wall earlier in the race and then gets beside me and doesn't think I'm going to race him hard. We're going down the straight, and I'm turning right. I'm going to the playoffs, buddy.
Yeah.
You can watch from the stands, but no, seriously, Nolan's a hard racer. I think his judgment's just kind of off sometimes, but he's not a bad racer. I say that to say that, but he's just, maybe decision making isn't always perfect, but he gets that stuff squared away. He'll be great coming in next season.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of his blunders come late in races. He'll sit around the top 5 all race, and then he'll have to use his fast repair, and then all it takes is, one more sideways incident, and you're done for.
Right.
Well, congrats on the finish. I think Keith Fallon won the regular season champ because of the stage win. Is that right?
Yeah, the stage, and I thought I had enough room in between us, but everybody on the last corner decided they didn't know how to drive anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that gave him like 5 or 6 spots. Right.
Yeah, there was a parting of the Red Seas, to say the least. There were cars in the stands. There were cars going through pit stalls, and it was not good.
Yeah, I'm looking at the broadcast now. It's pretty rough.
Oh,
But
well,
congrats to him.
congratulations. Yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks for the playoffs, man. And can't wait to keep watching you just start from the back and somehow end up front.
We'll try to make it work.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
Michael, take it easy.
Thanks, Mike.
All right. So our winner, Tyler Smith, let's get him up here. We're going to move him to bang. Tyler.
Tyler.
What's up?
Hey, welcome back to the broadcast booth. It's always a good sign when you're up here with the boys. What a win tonight. When my first question to you is, what was it? The end of stage 1 or 2, whenever it was that you pitted with, a couple of laps to go at the lead position to kind of change up what everybody else was doing. Walk me through that strategy.
Yeah, so that was, oh man, I don't even know. That was a while ago. I had a plan. My plan going into the race was to flip stage 2 because you can pit here. If you have the lead or you're within like 3 or 4 not 3 or 4, yeah, about 3 or 4 seconds behind leader, you can pit without losing a lap. So it looked like the leader, whoever it was, was having fun, had more than enough control of the race. Looked kind of easy up there. So wanted to flip the stage, and I did. That was literally the purpose of that. I just wanted to start in the lead in the final stage and not play follow the leader, because it's hard to pass here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the move there. That was the plan.
Well, it worked out. You got looking like Bubba Wallace out there winning the Brickyard. So how's that?
Yeah, I was talking about it in the chat. Green, white checkers over and over again. I have just about 2 laps of gas left, so I wasn't completely out like he was, but I was also playing a little bit of fuel.
Were you worried before those green, white checkers started going? Who was your biggest threat at the time, do you think?
So I know Mackie. Mackie was back there. I know Mackie wants to win, but Mackie's pretty clean. This isn't a shot at anybody also. I will say Bailey Brannon, I know he's fast and I know he's not afraid to use his car a little bit. I don't think he's dirty, but I think he's more than willing to move me out of the way a little bit. Obviously Prince. Me and Prince had the Pocono incidents. I'll love Prince, but yeah, those 2 guys in my mirror had me a little nervous, which is why I took the top on one of them actually to put Mackie in front of Brandon instead of Bailey being on my bumper. So I didn't want to take the top, but strategically on who I was racing, I felt like taking the top was the smart move.
Well, we were watching.
Yeah, we were watching there at the end right there, and we saw Michael Prince with 1 to go, and we asked him just a second ago, like, hey, we were getting deja vu at Pocono. Luckily, he didn't have enough fuel, so he was like, there wasn't even a shot that I could race him hard. But he laughed about it and joked about it, but I don't think with him being a 3-time winner and you being, at least a 1, if not 2-time winner, he was like, yeah, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, he shout out to him. He actually raced me pretty clean. He could have raced me harder, but if I knew his fuel position, so if he did race me harder, I was almost willing to let him take it because I didn't think he was making it to the finish line.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was scared of Prince himself, but I was like, he's not gonna do it. He didn't do it intentionally the first time. He's not gonna just take me out. But yeah, no, I respect how Prince. I actually respect how everybody drove me up front. I mean, Bailey had an opportunity to put a little bit of car to me out of 2, and he kept it clean. I think he ended up wrecking himself, unfortunately. But yeah, up front, racing for the lead, I was raced pretty clean. So I can only thank the people that were up there for that.
Andy, you got anything?
I got nothing. Congrats on the win, buddy. Hopefully you can carry the momentum into the playoffs and keep that car rolling strong. You got a couple stage wins last week, and you've been doing good, finding your car at the front and holding everybody off. So keep it up, man.
I got one thing I want to do.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to leave you up here, and we're going to actually bring Keith Fallon in here because I believe he is the regular season champ, correct?
We are 99% sure, but obviously the results are unofficial. But
So I see him
Quick
in
math.
7th and Michael Prince in 2nd, but he did get a stage win.
Yeah, quick math. It is Fallon, so we'll bring him up here. If we're wrong, if we find out we're wrong later, we'll correct it next week. But yeah, we're all about 99% sure it's Fallon, so we can bring him on up.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to let you do the honors when I bring him up here because this is your league and your trophy to give out.
Oh no, this is not my forte.
Here, I'll get it started. Here, this is what I'll do. I'll get it started and then hand it off to you.
All right, yeah, that works.
Keith, it's Jared, Andy, Bubba, and Tyler in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Hey, well, we already talked to you once today for the stage win, and lo and behold, the stage win is what actually just won you the regular season champion. Here to present it to you is Tyler Smith to give some words of encouragement. We know the race didn't exactly go as you wanted, but hey, man, it was enough to get you across and ended up winning it all for the regular season.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Congrats, Keith. Preseason practice races, recruitment races, you kind of dominated. I had a feeling you would be up here. Didn't know if you'd win the whole thing or not, but I had a feeling you'd definitely be a contender. So I commend you on a great regular season. Very consistent, obviously. I would wish you the best, but unfortunately I'm driving against you, so I can wish you the second best. But yeah, I look forward to racing you in the playoffs, and good season, bro.
Appreciate it. And thank y'all and the admins and the broadcast team for putting on this league. It's actually probably one of the best leagues I've ever been in, if not the best.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, this race didn't quite end it how I wanted it to, but my goal was to get good finishes in the stage, get as much stage points as I possibly could, because I knew me and Michael were that close, and I mean, it happened. So, and luckily that last wreck kind of like they said on the broadcast, the seas kind of parted for me, and I kind of skirted on through and got a 7th place. And yeah, definitely pretty excited about winning the regular season championship. It would have been nice to get a win too, but Tyler, it was kind of lights out on this track, and surprised he saved enough fuel.
Yeah, I had just about 2 laps left, so one more green white, and I was not in a good position.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a green white.
Yeah, Keith, I mean, you were running fast all day up there with Terry Vincent for a little bit for the first couple of stages and running good. And then we were talking to Tyler when he won it he flipped the stage and pitted with 2 laps to go into a stage because he had no gas, and went and said, hey, don't worry about it. I'm going to get back. And it's exactly what he ended up doing. And it was just something that I don't think anybody was prepared for, really.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I want to give a big shout out to my teammate too, Jamin and Daniel. I wish Daniel could have been here for the race. That really sucked that he wasn't. But at least we got the regular season champ brought home to Hollywood. I'm sure my dad would be proud to got his name on the side of the car today too. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, Keith, congratulations, brother. I'll pull for you since Tyler can't.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
luck in the playoff.
I don't know. I might have to let a little air out of his tire at Las Vegas or something.
Hey, that's already a weak track for me. Don't do that.
Well, I'm definitely putting air out of your tire now. Thanks for telling me that.
Or you can put air in it. We really just see him hit the wall.
I want to see him, like, not really hit the wall, but kind of
Struggle.
bottom out, get a little swirly, you know.
Oh, Vegas is going to be a lot of fun. Well, good luck to both of you guys in the playoffs. It is getting incredibly late, and a lot of us have to wake up early tomorrow morning. So we're going to end this stream pretty soon, but we look forward to seeing what the playoffs hold. I can't wait for Vegas and all of these other fun tracks that we have, and good luck to both of you guys.
All right, thank you. I'm going to finish my beer.
Hell yeah, brother. That's victory beer. You don't...
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Yep. Take it easy, guys.
Later.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
That's gonna
that
do it.
concludes. Yep, that concludes this episode of Side Draft Racing League. Indianapolis. Remember speaking of.
That was something, Bella.
That was gloves off and
Dude, the gloves
Oh, that.
came off. This isn't even the
Gloves came
playoffs
off.
yet. This is just regular season finale, and the gloves came off. So I'm
Yep.
excited to see what's going to happen in the playoffs. I know there's going to be a few more tempers flaring out there, but man, oh man.
Yeah, that was a lot. It got me so worked up I got to take a chair bear break.
Well, I think we're getting ready to sign off for Andy and the boys, so I hope everybody enjoyed the race, enjoyed the stream, and we'll be ready to come back you with the action pretty soon. So I think we got a week off, don't we?
it works. 'Cause I'm on night shift.
Well, sounds like we got a week off next week, so we can kind of pump the brakes and relax. So not next week, but the week after, we'll be back for some Side Draft Racing League playoffs. But Keith Fallon crowned himself the regular season champion. So congrats, Keith.
Yes, congrats, Keith, and all the viewers out there. Remember to like, subscribe, and check us out on Facebook.
Yes, sir. Well, that's going to do it for our stream tonight. This is Andy, Bubba, and, well, Jared's taking his break. But you know what? We got her done. Got another stream in the books, another race in the books. So you know what that means. It's time for the song, and it's time to get out of here. What do you think?
Sir.
All right. Have a good one, everybody.
See ya.
Peace.
Andy the professional, tie straight as a rail. Reads the stats, calls the laps, never tips the scale. Bubba's got the draw that twang like a banjo string. He's the heart of the crew, makes the red dirt sing. On B.A.C. casting and drafting, tune in for the show where the engines roar and the beer cans flow. Talking banter, swapping stories under the southern sky. Racing's the reason, but we're here for the ride. Call and stay steady like a car hugging the line. He's cool under pressure, every word refined. Jared Beer's got a laugh and a drink in his hand. He's a wild card joker, the voice of the fans. 4 men, 1 channel, a race day parade, turning asphalt and cold cans into memories made. On B.A.C. casting and drafting, tune in for the show where the engines roar and the beer cans flow. Talking banter, swapping stories under the southern sky. Racing's the reason, but we're here for the ride. It's more than just NASCAR. It's a way to unwind, cheering loud, feeling proud, leaving worries behind. From the first